and loyalty and integrity. Loyalty makes one reliable. Integrity makes one trustworthy. And that is by R.T. Bennett. How are you guys doing today? Well, it looks sunny. It's a nice day out in the neighborhood. It's a very nice day in SkitLanta today. We have got a lot of nuggets dropped this morning that a lot of us overlooking, and a lot of people are cheering on Dave and Amber. Well, let's see if the grass is actually greener on the other side. Yes, but I want Amber to be happy. Yes. But guys, remember what I said. I'd rather Amber at stand-ups, 10 toes and go home, relax ourselves, go prayer, and ask God for guidance. Right? Happy Juneteenth, everyone. Happy birthday to Era's mom. Today is her 89th birthday, Clara. Happy birthday, Clara. I wish you many, many more happy blessings, many, many blessings, and I'm so happy that Era still have you with her. I don't have my mom with me any longer, just my dad. So it's very nice when you still have your parents with you. Yes. Bless up, got it, our Era mom, Clara. Many, 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 many blessings. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Clara. Happy birthday to you. Just wanted to be silly. Hi, guys. Welcome. Hi, Ayla. How are you doing? Okay, so we just take our roll call today. Let me see who we have in the house here. It's not much people. We have Era in the house here. We have Suzette. We have Charmaine is still in the streets. And Dion is here with us. Welcome in gorgeousness. Welcome in passion. Welcome in Rhonda. Welcome in Andrea. Welcome in passion. Welcome in Dolly. Welcome in Shirley. Welcome in Ayla. Welcome in Janet. All right. Oh, I'm having a terrible tummy ache too. I need some water to drink. Hi, Sabrina. Welcome in. How are you doing? How are you guys doing today? And how are you guys loving the skit with Amber? Yes. Yeah, let me just put some emoji in the chat there for birthday wishes for. I don't even have a birthday. Let me see if I have a birthday thing on here in the multimedia section. I just have applaud here. That's all. I think I removed a lot of it. Look like I did. Background music. I don't need any background music. More sounds. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have a birthday thing. No, there's no birthday thing inside of that. All right. So what I can do with my phone here, I can also put in an emoji. I think Amber and somebody's talking. Did I just see something with Amber? Ernestina, Amber goes to going to have to trust. Wait there, guys. Let me go. All right, guys. Me have to go remove this video here that me have with Dave and then not Dave with Ben. I'll go back to Ben, but I'm gonna pull up Amber right now. I just saw Amber with Ernestine, and I guess she tell her so she must go trust Dave. You have Amber, she is going to have to trust Dave. Me know say Ernestine was gonna do that. Honestly, I do believe she was. Or somebody.
Now you ready to get to it?
Ernestine will tell her not to trust him, but she tell her to trust him. I know she was going to do that. All right, so let me just get this ready up for you guys, and we can jump into this skit. Oh, they have music. Hold on.
Assistant had a whole.
They have music in it. All right. Let's see if we can play that. Let me go back into, let me see if we can find it. Hi, Annette. Oh, I sent you the link, Annette. So I hope you have the link. Charmaine is still not available right now. She'll come on as soon as she gets home. She's still out there. All right. So Ernestine is with Amber is with Ernestine playing tennis. I didn't even know she played tennis, but let's see. We just have it here. I didn't agree with. Oh dear. Mm. Do you agree with Ernestine for telling Amber to trust Dave? All right, I'm gonna have you guys vote on this here, and let's see how it goes. Paste it in the chat here. Okay, so that's there. So Ernestine is telling Amber said he's not Anthony. How does Ernestine know that Dave is not Anthony? How does she knows? Because right now, guys, look at this. What I'm have to say is this. What if, let me see, hold on. I have to take the roll call now. Yes, before we get into that. Let's see if anybody said it so I can pin it. Mm-hmm. All right, so Charmaine said it. All right. All right, so there we go. Okay, so let me just do the roll call and then we'll just get into it. All right, I'm not feeling too great. So welcome in Era. Happy birthday to your mom. And welcome in Suzette. I'm not feeling so good. Oh, Suzette is on the screen. Okay, welcome in. Can you guys take over for a bit for me? I'm going to place you on here.
Okay.
Feeling
You
so
got it? Okay, I can read some comments.
Yes, thank you.
Where you would want me to start at? I don't know.
It just started, so you can read the comment. We will. I'll
Oh,
be right back. I'll be.
okay. You can go ahead, Susie. I'm trying to see where I'm gonna start at.
Well, I actually can't see the comments.
Okay, are you on your phone?
No.
Oh, okay. I can see the car. I can just start at the 353 mark. It says that chat at 353. Shirley said, "Chat mates, I am afraid Amber is in need of some serious therapy. Self surgeon. Did I hear her say she wants a perfect relationship?" Um, Dolly said Amber should separate Dave's business from his personal life. Tina Young said, "Please subscribe to Sharon Rico Reviews. Thanks." Terrence Jones 5748 said, "This married woman worry about a single man is wild." I stopped at 353 at at Passion. I don't know if did I messed that up.
I have it. I have it. All
Okay.
right. Thank you. Thank you, darling.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right. So, okay. So before we go into taking the comments, how do you guys feel, just the panel and the chat, how do you guys feel about that advice that Ernestine just gave? Welcome in, Charmaine.
Yeah, I'm still on the
Just
road. I'm
gave.
still on the road, but I'm jumping in for a little bit.
Okay.
Era, I'm fine, thank you. Happy birthday to your mom as well, Era.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about that advice Ernestine just give to Amber?
There's okay for me. There's nothing wrong with giving somebody advice. My
Mm-hmm.
problem is Ernestine said to trust Dave, but
Mm-hmm.
that trust word is going to come back to Aunt Amber because
Mm-hmm.
when Ernestine finds out that Amber knew that Trey was cheating on her and did not say anything to her, regardless of what Amber was saying, because Ernestine valued Amber friendship really, really well above everything else. Ernestine is going to go off on Amber, and I think
Yes.
all that trust that Ernestine is talking about right now is going to break down because
Mm-hmm.
Ernestine is going to tell Amber, "How can I trust you when
Right.
something as big as that Trey, you saw them and you did not, even when I'm saying, no, don't tell me, you should said you need to hear this. And you should still tell me. How can
Right.
I trust you with anything else? And that is what is going to I mean, a lot of stuff going to break Amber down because she's
Yes.
going to be isolated. The girls on the podcast are not her friends. She's going to lose the only friend that she has, which is Ernestine. And when Melissa is done with Dave, trust me, Dave is not going to want to do it. I mean, Amber is not going to even want to have anything to do with Dave because she's going to be so embarrassed.
Right. And with Ernestine, yeah, you're right. I mean, there's nothing about wrong with giving advice, but what I take exception to, and I guess it's just a personal thing, they keep saying God brought Amber into Dave's life. And it's like, wait a minute.
God don't bring no mess.
Right, a married woman into a single man's life. And the thing that Dave did today, one thing, you know, say what you will about Anthony and Wayne, they are businessmen. Dave literally, I mean, he knows that Melissa is the brains behind his business. He's messing with his bag. And for him to do that just because he is allegedly in love with Amber or whatever, that was a stupid decision. And it shows that he's kind of slow. It shows that he's not all that Amber thinks he is. Because if he's such a sharp businessman, he would not mess up his bag knowing that this woman is the one that is the reason really that his business is successful. And he's going to find out, and then he'll probably blame Amber when he starts losing all of this money.
Exactly. Listen,
that's gonna happen.
Suzette, there is something that you said. Remember, Amber's always telling people that take your emotions out of this. Take your emotions out of this. And you cannot let emotions mess up your bag. What did Dave do? Dave allowed emotion to mess up his bag. The same thing Amber is saying. Take her emotions out of this. And now she's complaining to Ernestine because now she's saying, yes, Dave said he's. This lady is Dave's business partner for 10 years. Dave is talking, and the other thing is, Dave speak about loyalty. Where is his loyalty to Melissa? He said he liked loyalty. There was no loyalty to Melissa because it doesn't matter. Melissa make one mistake, and that was because of also emotions. And he just tossed her aside after 10 years. There was no loyalty. Melissa, and Dave said loyalty. Dave told Amber that he valued loyalty and he valued trust and he also valued faithfulness. That isn't that Dave did all of that today. There was none that he showed Melissa. There was none, and you know, Melissa is looking at this. Melissa is there looking at it and says, I've been loyal to him all these years. All these women that he have, everything that he has done, I have always been loyal. So you know what? When Melissa is going to scorch earth, believe me. When Melissa is done with Dave, Dave is going to regret the day he slept with Amber. I hear O'Neill always say something, and I'm going to repeat what O'Neill said. O'Neill said, don't mess with the Daltons because they are toxic. And if you mess with the Daltons, whether it's Amber or Anthony, you are going to lose. The Daltons are toxic and you are going to lose. And I'm telling you right now, Dave is going to regret the day he lays eyes on Amber and thought he saw an angel or something. Because you know what? Ben want to get back into Melissa good grace. Daniel want to get back into Melissa good grace. So now they're going to find every way to tear Amber down. They will be telling Melissa, you don't believe me. Dave does not have a prize because this lady slept with Anthony, business partner, up until the day of their wedding. Melissa did not know that. Dave does not know that. So when Melissa goes to this party next week, she's going to go armed. She's going to have ammunition. She called Amber an adulterer already. And if she knows this about Wayne and Amber, that is more ammunition for her. And you know what's going to happen? In front of Wayne, in front of Dave, in front of Anthony, if he's there, Ben and whoever else is going to be there, Alex, and Alex will be saying to Dave, I warned you about that already. Didn't I warn you not to mess with this married lady? Yet you did not listen to me. And now look at that. All those entrepreneurs and whoever they said entertainers are going to be looking at somebody like, wow, just wow. It's not going to only be a Dave thing, it's going to affect other people. And I think Wayne is going to be upset with Anthony because Wayne is going to say, you brought me into this. And then Anthony is going to be upset with Ben because Anthony is going to say, you forced me to bring Wayne into this. So there's going to be a domino effect if Melissa is really the person we think she is. Because Melissa has nothing else to lose. Before Dave told her, okay, you can take some time off. Now he fired her. He actually fired her now. She's not going to sit with this because she's going to be coming for Ben again and for Daniel because they're the ones who mess with telling Anthony for Anthony to go back and let Dave know. So the only thing they're going to try to do is to give her ammunition on Amber. That's all they're going to try to do. Give her ammunition on Amber. They're going to say, no, but you don't have to take this line down. Amber is this kind of person. And maybe you need to let Dave know. So come on. Melissa was scotch hurt. Believe me.
And it shows too. I know a lot of people are just all excited about Dave, and we told you and all of this good stuff. And you're entitled to your opinion. That's great. But it shows he's a weak man. He is a weak man. That he reminds me, with Samson in the Bible, with Delilah and all of this stuff. He is ruled by his loins, because the thing is, if he was going, he should have waited. He was still, they had just had, relations and stuff. And she kind of vaguely threatened, a veiled threat that she would leave him, Amber did. And so he was ruled by that instead of actually with his brain thinking, I can't do this. This is crazy. I have to figure this out because this woman is my money. She has helped me with my bag. And so that he's weak. That shows him as a weak man, in my opinion.
Exactly, he's weak because a woman that is not even his woman is a married woman who is not divorced yet. Is telling him to fire somebody, and I can't deal. It's they're together since when? Since in March, April, May, June. It's not even a relationship for 4 months. It's a relationship based on they start having feelings or whatever, 4 months. And you know this other lady for 10 years. 10 years versus 4 months. And you were willing to fire this lady for a 4-month relationship that is not even, you're not even sure about because this lady is still married. Why doesn't he tell Amber, okay, Anthony's asking you, Anthony's not giving you the papers. He's not signing the papers because you want 50%. Walk away from that. I got you. He's never said that to Amber. Yet Amber's about
he's not going to say it.
And Anthony's not giving her no 50%. So this divorce is going to be dragged on and on and on for we don't know how long. But we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen at this party because I am foreseeing that it is not going to be as easy as we think it is. And the other thing is, I was joking this morning when I said Melissa might be the one who came up pregnant. Now I see they have it in AI on Facebook. Facebook have the AI over there saying, oh, Anthony, Melissa, Dave and Amber took Melissa to the doctor and Melissa is pregnant. And I'm like, I just said that this morning on Sharon and Chat. And now Facebook have it as an AI saying, that's what's going to happen. So let's see. We might be surprised.
Yeah, you see, Amber is having second thoughts now. I mean, she's questioning. I mean, I know she's still with him, but it's going to be hard for her to trust him. Even if he tells her, apparently he told her he fired her, but she's not going to it doesn't sound like she completely believes him.
Exactly. She is having, of course, she has to have second thoughts because I don't understand why she's looking at this relationship like it was something that God ordained. God did not ordain this. She is making this relationship out like, oh, Dave is the be all that ends all. God did not ordain this. And if Dave can make a decision based on some pum-pum, because all he did, he made a decision based on some pum-pum.
That's
to
what he
fire
did.
is 10-year
Working relationship.
working relationship. 10 years, and he just make a decision based on some pum pum, and he does not know anything about Amber. He does not know the full story about Amber. When he finds out the full story about Amber, what is he going to do? He's going to say no. Because Wayne is going to be, when he's standing there and looking, and Wayne is looking at him like funny and saying, that's my leftover, that's Anthony leftover you're bragging about. Come on. I am sure there's going to be some firework at this business meeting next week.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't understand why Dave would be moving off his flesh. Sharon, you said that Dave was not going to fire Melissa. Well, he did. Yes, he fired her. I did say that because I did not think he would be moving off his flesh and fire. And I'm saying now that there was no loyalty. He said he might get rid of her. That's what he said this morning. But then when Amber talked to him after he get the pum pum, you know what happened? He said he might. And then when he remembered the pum pum, because Amber gave him pum pum, she not even bathe. She and Anthony is the same nasty people. They just fling here and fling there and don't bathe and get up. You remember Amber and Anthony and Shayla, and all he do is pull up his pants. The same thing Amber did. She just whatever and pull up her dress. Now she's going home to bathe. So they are the Daltons. And trust me, they suit each other because they do the same crazy things. And all I can tell you is that this is not going to, the writers are going to have a field day because they're going to break Amber all the way down. Anybody watch the skit with Shayla and Anthony? Because Shayla make one thing clear. It depends on the woman you're going to be dating regarding my son. So Anthony better buckle up because Shayla is not going to allow him to see Kai if that person's name is Denisha.
Yep.
It's me and that. Shayla is not. So we are in for a fight on that side as well. We are in for a fight on this side. So the Daltons, they're toxic. People don't need to get in bed with them. And I am saying, Amber keeps saying, don't get your, she just tell Honeypot and all of them in the podcast, guys, you don't need to get your emotion in your bag. Don't get your emotion and lose your bag. Yet that's what Dave did. Dave get his emotion and about to lose his bag because guess me what? Melissa is the one who goes out and get these clients, get these deals. Melissa was the one who went out and get Amber in the first place. Melissa always talked to him about all these deals, these expansion and everything. Yet, he let some pum pum get in the way of his bag. His emotions, his Amber pum pum get in the way of his bag. So
yeah, he's kind of slow.
I don't see this ending well. And he said he's strategic. No, he's not. Melissa is strategic. Melissa is the one. And Ernestine
One
is
moment, guys. One moment. Just give me 10 more minutes and then I'll be back with you guys. All right?
What you say, look a while, Sharon? I didn't hear you.
Just give me 10 more minutes. The greatest. Continue with what you guys are saying. You can read the chat and I'll be right with you when I can.
Can read some comments. Let me see if I can read some comments.
Yeah,
Listen, Anthony and Denisha, Amber and Dave and Shayla and the man. Anthony and Denisha, Amber and Dave and Shayla and the man. What about them? Because I did not see the one before. He has done better than Anthony. He has done better than Anthony. Guys, yes, he told the truth because why wouldn't he tell the truth? Sometimes people tell the truth because they want to see your reaction when they tell you the truth. Charmaine, God will allow it to be toxic because he had plans for the Dalton. Possibility, it is difficult to understand the mind trauma that Amber has gone through. A narcissist is a mind controller. I feel so sorry for Amber. She has gone through it and no guidance. Passion. Yes, Amber has gone through a lot of stuff. Because I remember during their when they were in therapy, and she told Anthony that after she found him in bed with Shayla, it was like there was always a dark cloud over her. And she felt like she plunged a knife in her chest and he keep turning and turning. And that anybody could understand. And what Amber should have done was to continue the therapy. Amber should not have just finished the therapy once she left that door open. She should have continued therapy because she needs therapy. People don't just get over that kind of betrayal. And it was not a betrayal just on Anthony's path. It was also a betrayal on her best friend. Because Shayla was more like a sister. She looked at Shayla more like a sister than her own sister, Amanda. And when Shayla did that, it cut her deep. I think it even cut her deeper than Anthony doing that. Because yes, she cheated on Anthony, and she thinks that maybe that was her karma for Anthony to do that to her. Anthony was just doing back to her what she did on Anthony. She cheated on Wayne, and that's what I think she was looking at. But for Shayla, her best friend, to do that, that was deep. And I think that's why she needed to get therapy. Suzette, you have anything?
No, I agree. I agree with you on that. One thing I will say, we all know that Anthony is not a good, has not been, and still is not a good person. But because of what he's done, people, want to compare him to Dave. Like Dave is this knight in shiny armor, and they don't see the other stuff that Dave is, what he's doing, especially, what he did today. And it is, the Daltons are toxic. They are a mirror image of each other. That's why, they probably belong together. It shouldn't be other people involved with them. But I agree that Amber should have gotten more continued therapy with a real therapist on her own, because she does have a lot of therapists. Yeah, she does have a lot of demons that she's dealing with, and it's not only, I think it's not only just from her relationship with men, but I think it goes maybe into her childhood as well, and that she's never addressed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm reading some of the comments, and yes, everybody want Anthony and Amber to divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's going to be what they will ultimately do in the end. But I think it's going to go much deeper than that, way deeper than that, because I keep saying they were made for each other. Mm-hmm. No one else should have dealt with them, and that's what Terrence is saying. No one else should have dealt with them, and I think it's going to go back to that, because I don't think if Anthony is standing in that party and here somebody is saying a lot of mean things, even though he said mean things about his wife, I don't think if he stands there and hears another woman or somebody is dressing his wife down, he's going to just stand there and does nothing. I don't think he would just stand there and does nothing. I think he would maybe take up for his wife. Or you'd be like, I'm Anthony Dalton and this is my wife. Because, Anthony always have some theatrics or a flair for drama. So he might even say something regarding the situation. But I don't know. I just don't trust Melissa.
Yeah.
There's about Melissa that I don't trust. We saw the way she dealt with that flowers. We saw the way she dealt with that vision board. Mm-hmm. We saw the way she talked to Ben and the way she talked to her sister. Mm-hmm. There is something about that Melissa, and tonight she's a wild card. Mm-hmm. She's a wild card, and I don't even think Dave knows the real Melissa.
No,
I don't think Dave knows the real Melissa. I think Dave only knows the Melissa that she shows him.
Exactly.
That her representative. I don't think Dave knows the Melissa that if she go crazy, she will boil his rabbit or his dog.
Maybe the dog.
I think
Maybe
she
the dog.
he goes crazy. She will boil his dog. She will put his dog in hot water. I don't think Dave knows that, Melissa. I do not think Dave knows that, Melissa. And that Melissa is going to be scorching earth.
Yeah, I think she will for real. She definitely will. All I know that Amber and Dave just made Melissa an enemy. And as you were saying, Charmaine, is that Dave was leading with his third leg and fire in Melissa, because at the end of the day, if you're a business person, you're not supposed to just fire somebody who is the brain of the business. That doesn't make sense. He fired her, and he's gonna send over some her papers. You know what I mean? That means he's gonna compensate her for everything. But if she's the brain behind the business, okay, you fire your business partner, because the two of them company. That makes sense. That made no sense to me. And I will piggyback on what you said, Charmaine, when you says that Melissa and Daniel are gonna team up on Amber. They're gonna have, say Ben don't like her already, so you're gonna have 3 against 1. That is gonna be something else. And then you have Darren also. Maybe Darren said he's not available to go to the party, but maybe Darren will be there also. You know what I mean? But it's a lot going on right now. I hear Auntie Riri. It's a lot going on.
Riri,
I think he made the biggest mistake right now, because they already see the wild card, and that is Melissa for real.
Yeah, he made me. You know something, Ben? Anthony said something to Sheila, and I was thinking that he might take Denisha to the party, but I don't think he's ready to bring Denisha out in the open as yet. Because he told, when he was talking to Sheila, and Sheila said to him, "You're talking about dating and another woman." He said, "No, it's hypothetical." So I don't, because he told Sheila that today he's not ready. He's just talking about something down the road. I don't think he's ready to bring Denisha. Just saying that to Sheila, I don't think he's going to be bringing Delisa out in the open yet. I think he might actually wait and see what is going to happen. So I'm not seeing. I don't right now. I'm looking, but I'm not really seeing Denisha at that party yet, because that is something that Sheila is. But Sheila is going to find out somewhere or the other, because Honeypot knows and Dave knows.
You know something, Sharon? I think Denisha is going to be at that party.
Auntie Riri said, "I think Lisa are going to come back pregnant." Who is Lisa or Melissa? Who is Lisa?
Yeah, Melissa, she meant.
Is it Lisa or Melissa? Because remember, we have a Lisa with what's his name?
Yeah, with Darren. Oh, Darren pregnant. Okay, maybe Darren wife, Lisa. That's what she meant. Yeah, Lisa is going to turn up pregnant.
Darren's wife. Oh, yeah.
Darren will not be the father. It will be Mike.
Of course, it will be Mike. Because
that is going to be interesting. That would be a nice twist.
They were messing around.
Amber continued to be rude to him. I think he will be interested. It will be interesting. Oh, you mean, wait there. I want Auntie Riri to deal with. And Darren wife. Okay, Darren wife. She says Darren wife.
I'm talking. He said if Amber continues to be rude to him, rude to who?
Who? Yeah.
Rude to who, Auntie Riri?
The one on there. Ego, I'm doing well. Auntie Riri, okay, I'll put that in the chat.
Anthony, he said if Amber continued to be rude to Anthony, they're rude to each other. Auntie Riri, those people are rude to each other. Oh my God, those people are rude to each other. They are like, they're oil and water. And that's what makes a relationship interesting. If that's actually what makes a relationship interesting. You don't want the person that you're with to be like you. That's going to be boring. There is never you're going to just sit and look on a copy of yourself.
Oh, to show off. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. You in a relationship with somebody that looks that behaves and does everything you do. That is set for a boring relationship. You want fire and spice in your relationship. So you're going to be looking at somebody who is your total opposite. And they're where the fire it's going to be sparking.
Yeah, I think he's gonna bring Denisha to Riri.
I don't know.
I think he's gonna bring Denisha to the party. Honestly,
what he said to Mel, what's her name, Sheila, today. I don't think he's ready yet. Because Sheila was saying to him and he said it's hypothetical. So I don't think he's ready to show that relationship yet.
I think she's gonna be at the party. Somehow, some way she's gonna be at the party, Charmaine.
I don't know.
I don't know, but
you know something. You know something? Because somebody was saying that if Anthony goes to the party and all of this came out about Dave, then Anthony will say, okay, let's go Amber 50%. But guess me what? Wayne knows about Anthony and Denisha. And Wayne is not going to let Anthony take all whatever from Amber and knowing that Anthony is doing the same thing that Amber is doing. Because he knows. What are you talking about, Anthony? You're doing the same thing that Amber is doing. Ben doesn't know, and I don't think Anthony wants Ben to know that he's messing around with somebody as well. Because Ben is going to be judging him. Ben is going to say, I almost lose my whole relationship, and you are here doing the same thing that Amber is doing. I told my wife that I would not rat on her, and I went and I rat on her to tell you about something that your wife was doing, and then you're doing the same thing. Why did I almost lose my relationship? Because of what I told you about Amber. And now you're out here messing with somebody just like what Amber is doing. How are you different from Amber? Anthony don't want to hear that from Ben. So that's why I think...
Check your email, please.
He could always say that Denisha is an entrepreneur that he's helping.
Really,
yeah, but you can say that, but how are they going to behave at this party? I mean, from Amber, see Denisha and Anthony, Amber is going to know that it's Denisha is no entrepreneur. So unless that means that you'd be starting another lies, you'd be telling lies again. So they will be going in because he told Sheila a lie today. He told Sheila that is something down the road.
Yeah.
It's nothing. Right.
Wait until Sheila finds out who it is.
Exactly.
They're not truthful, I find, in the Atlanta street. Hi there, Terry, welcome in. Welcome in. Yes. So, Auntie Riri, the link is in your email. Annette, you have the link in your email also. If you're available, you guys can come up. All right, so let me take some comments here. Let me just read some comment here. Okay, so Kiki says, why should she have spoke? He literally just came to the building and showed his behind about the ring. When you play with narcissistic emotion abuser, you have to ignore them. That's what Kiki's saying there. All right. Thank you for that, Kiki. Carla says, Dave and Amber can show up at the party as business partner. Yes. But the party is at the house, so Amber will be on his arm. Sure now says she is going to let people know that he's her man.
Yeah, but she's not expecting Anthony to be there.
Exactly.
I don't think she's expecting Anthony or Wayne to be there. And once she see Anthony and Wayne and Ben, then it's going to be a different Amber. Because she's still hiding. She know Anthony know that she's cheating, and she's still looking Anthony eye and tell Anthony, what are you talking about? Even when Anthony call her out on it and say, Melissa boss, she said, what are you talking about? So she is still maintaining that there is nothing going on between her and Melissa boss. So if they show up at the party and she shows up at the party on his arm, that is going to say
so she and Ernestine is going to go to the party.
Yeah, but you know, she and Ernestine will be there. But you said if she showed up on Dave's arm,
yeah, she come down the stairs with him with arms in arms.
So, exactly. So that is going to show that there is more than business It's not just
Exactly.
business. So it's going to be more than business. So all I'm saying is that I don't think Melissa is going to be going quietly into the night. I'm sorry.
No,
No.
she won't.
Mm-mm.
That is my
Mm-mm.
opinion. She's not known to go quietly into the night. And she started yelling that Amber is a tramp and Amber is an adulterer. Oh,
Yeah.
please. She ain't going to go quietly into the night.
Something because you know what? I don't like the fact that they're gonna repeat a storyline like what happened to Sonny to happen to Amber. What we have to look, them setting up this thing so nicely. It is so neat. Dave and Amber thing is loading. It is loading, trust me. And I don't like the fact that I rather if Amber had left, instead she just let the man was easy to manipulate her back into the house to go get some pum pum and then she left. She didn't even bait because you know although she did it, she's still into her feelings and she left and said he says, where you going? She said, I'm going home to shower. And she has things to do. And yesterday she went to be with play tennis with Ernestine. And she's still thinking about can I trust him? And Ernestine is telling her, of course, given the benefit, it's not everybody's like Anthony. Pity she doesn't know there's a lot of Anthony out there, and she herself, Ernestine, have a Anthony named Trey that there with Miss Johnson, and she doesn't even know what is happening. So she have a man that manipulating her, and Amber as a pass. But let's see what God plans is. If this is Dave, will he stand up for Amber when he start lose his business? Because we know that Melissa is not gonna go out without a fight. I know this is my opinion, and I see a lot of the comments in the thing here. Rhonda is saying here, let me see, is this Rhonda thing? Everything will be decided by a judge as to what will be awarded in a divorce. All right, thank you, Rhonda, for that. And it says Anthony is keeping Denisha a secret. Annette says, and then Dolly says, if Anthony doesn't bring Denisha, she might come with Wayne since she is his assistant. That makes sense. And then Lily Cooper says, no,
How is
Amber.
she Wayne's assistant? I don't cut you, Sharon, but she's not Wayne's assistant. PR is Wayne's assistant. She's the podcast assistant. But the podcast is not
Yeah.
ready yet. But the podcast is not ready yet. The podcast has not started. I don't even think Wayne start paying her yet for whatever. Wayne told her that the podcast would be ready mid-July. And that was when he's going to employ her. So why would she be Wayne's assistant now in June? He said mid-July. That's what he told her on his porch. He said the podcast will be ready to start in mid-July. So that was
end of July.
Mid-July. He said mid-July.
Oh.
So how is she going to be his assistant in June when the podcast is not starting yet? And she's not an assistant. Please don't say that. She's not Wayne's assistant. She's a receptionist. PR is Wayne's assistant. Denisha is going to be the receptionist for the podcast people to let in whoever is coming in, check them out or whatever. She's not going to be Wayne's assistant. So let's not get that mixed up. She is going to be the receptionist for the podcast, Kountry Wayne podcast, not an assistant.
Andrea
Okay.
has a question,
Mhm.
may I address that?
Yes, address it. I was
Okay,
going to read it.
Andrea Porter's is, but why Anthony have to say anything to Shayla? Anthony don't need Shayla approval to see another woman. Well, not her approval, but this woman, whoever he dates, will be around her son. So she, as his son's mom, should know who's going to be around her son, like she said. So that's why it's not that he's seeking approval, but he's just, he should, as a courtesy, I mean, he should let her know who he's seeing.
It's true.
That's just like with Denisha. Well, she did it too soon to allow Anthony around her son.
Exactly.
But you as a mom, you want to know who your baby's father is seeing, and if this person is going to be treating your child right. So yes, he should talk to her about that.
And
then he told Shayla that he was going to vet whoever is seen. He will vet her. He will make sure he vet her. So why didn't he vet Denisha? So maybe he's going to vet her now that Shayla has brought it up and said, I need to know who's around my son. So maybe he's going to do a background check on Denisha. So I wonder if he does a background check on Denisha now and stuff comes up in that background check that he does not like. Is he still going to be going up after her? If he start to vet her, because when people vet people, it's a background check they're doing. So for a businessman, if he does vet Denisha now, since Shayla have concern about the woman that is going to be around her son, it would be the only natural thing for him to get some, because he has to satisfy Shayla to say, Shayla, I vet this woman and this is what I find. She's clean. She has no prior records. She has one son. Her son is this or whatever. So for him to vet Denisha, he's going to vet Denisha late because they already have a relationship. So if he goes vet her now and start finding things in her background that he does not want to be associated with, what will he do? He used the word vet today. He said, I am sure I'll vet the person before, whenever time I meet somebody, I'll vet them. So is he going to vet Denisha now? Could you ask that in the chat? Is Anthony about to vet Denisha? Now that Shayla mentioned that she doesn't want anybody around her son, is he about to vet Denisha? Because if he vet Denisha, he's going to find a lot of stuff about her that he might not want to be associated around Kai. And maybe that's when Denisha and him is going to really fall out. You maybe have to give her money to get rid of her.
All right, so let me get the some of the comments in here. So we have a 70 watching. Please hit the like button, everyone. Just double check if you hit the like button. We appreciate you that. And then Marianne says, I think Anthony might ask Amber to go to represent his image of a married businessman. Amber will decline since she's already with Dave. I doubt Anthony will ask her. Carla, I do too. And Dolly says 35 likes, 57 watching. Please support Sharon and press the like button. Thank you, Dolly. And Passion says, if they sink Amber's character down any further, I will have to stop watching.
Miss Fatal, you're so correct, Miss Fatal.
No, this is Passion. This Passion.
No, I'm reading something else that Miss Fatal said.
Okay.
All he has to do is tell Shayla who he's seeing, and Angelina will vet the person. And Nancy B. Scratcher said he should vet Shayla with no job and lay on her back. But guess me what? He did not go after Shayla. That was not something that he wanted with Shayla. And Shayla was Amber's friend for so long. So Anthony did not even need to vet Shayla because he almost knew everything about Shayla before Shayla tricked him into whatever she did. But I can assure you, if Angelina found out about Denisha, she will be vetted. Believe me, she will be vetted.
All right, so let me continue with some comments here, Sean. So Tina Young says, I respect them for being honest with Amber. Well, Anthony was honest with Amber when Amber asking, are you still hiding money? She says yes. So when you're in a position like that, of course you're going to be honest. He's a single man. Of course, he's going to say, yes, I was with her before you, right? And when he started dealing with Amber, that's it. So thank you for that, Tina Young. And then Rhonda says, Amber is a queen of the house. Rhonda says, is the queen of the house. Yes, she is. And Melissa doesn't know about the party. All right, Marianne says, thank you for that. Wayne's playing games. Thank you, Nancy. And then Sherry says, Cheryl says, when she find out about Delisa, she is going to get a fit, and also about Anthony. Sheila is going to take Amber's sides. Yeah, we think that is going to happen. Amber and Shayla definitely going to end up teaming up, it looks like. Maybe it's a possibility. Love that idea. Thank you very much for that. Carla says, I wouldn't tell Anthony I was seeing anyone either. I agree with that also, Carla. And Dolly says, me too. At Passion, why are they continually tearing Amber down? We are tearing Amber down, or is it the writer? Right now, Dolly, what I can say, I do not know if that's pertaining to us that's reviewing the skit, but what they are showing us is that Amber is with a man. She is legally married still with Anthony in the eyes of God, and she is cheating just like her cheating husband, and they both have a legal separation. So if you have a legal separation, why hide? That makes no sense to me.
Exactly. If
That's
she
what I'm
knows
saying. Why
she's
hide?
separated, and she said
I'm
to
not tearing
Melissa,
Amber down. I'm just naming it as it is. And
yeah,
Amber was so easily persuaded just to go back in the house for the man to go have sex with her. Him just want to go have some pum pum, and she just was done in. She only have strength for Anthony. But mark my words, I'm happy. I honestly, I really want her to get that divorce. Yeah, go ahead with him. Remember, the guy said to her, "No, the grass is not always greener on the other
he
side."
was the one who
Remember,
told her that. He was
he
the
said
one who told her that. Dave was the one who told her that the
that.
grass is not always greener on the other
Exactly,
side.
that's what he said. All right, let me read the other comments. So, Tina says, I don't like the fact all the writers doing the Amber character. The reason why they're doing Amber like that is because her character can take the hit. Nobody else can do that but her. Because you know why? Because people who are Amber Knights or Amber, or whatever you guys who loves Amber, all the Amber's lovers, no matter how horrible Amber will behave, people are still gonna love her. They're gonna put on blinders and they will not say, honestly, what Amber is doing is wrong. They're not going to say she did anything wrong. Just like what's happening right now. I would rather, you see, when Amber walked out of that house this morning, I would have applauded if Amber just kept it, just get her bags and leave. I want Amber to heal on her own because Amber still have trauma. Even if Dave is what is to be for her, I don't appreciate that. He knows she's legally married. Even though think friends says you don't touch a married woman, but it looks like that is Emma. But him says she's different. Yes, Amber is different. Amber is lovable. Amber has good qualities. I'm not tearing her down, but I'm just calling a spade a spade. That's one thing I do here. I call a spade a spade. I wish Amber had kept her head high. Why she outside walking around like she don't have no sense? Take her first shoes and walk holding on to her shoes, and then the man come out of the house, and then he was easily can say, "Oh, let's go inside here, so we can go get some pum pum from you." And then, although she did it, she did not feel comfortable going inside, go and have a shower like what she would have done and change because she have changed her clothes that day and she did not do that. And I know a lot of people says, "Oh, did Amber get a key for the house?" We don't know if Amber has the key. They never shows us that. The door open. He knows she's coming by, so she can push it open. So it's either she has the key or he left the door open. So either though, so I'm not gonna say, "Oh, Amber has the key." Right? So I don't know if he gave her the key. If he gives her the key, kudos to her. But you hear what she says to Ernestine. Melissa is able to walk around in this house like so she's the queen. She said the same thing to Dave. She doesn't like that situation and it's bothering her. So let's see what happens. And I think them just loading Amber and Dave's situation now for us to see. And yes, he cares about her. Yes, he says she's different. Yes, she's special, but she's also still legally married. If she was this special, do not cross the line with her. I wish Dave had done what Kinga did with Delicia. When she wanted it so badly, he did not. He did not bite. He did not take a bite of that cookie. I wish then I would say he has integrity. Even what he did today, yes, she asked him a question. Men like those, they're of stature. You asked him a question, he could have lied, but he did not lie. He spoke the truth. Yes, he said, yes, we were dealing. But she, in her head now, doesn't know how long that relationship was for. So let me take, hi, Terry, and welcome in. I have anything to add to that, Terry?
Yes. Good afternoon, fam. Good afternoon,
Terry.
family and chat. Everybody, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
It's two things I looked at today with
Mm-hmm.
Dave and Amber situation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know Amber can't see anything now because she's in her feelings and she block out this and she block out that. How long now can somebody tell me that Dave and Amber is dating? About 2 months. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at if Amber had meant something to him
Mm-hmm.
or you see her differently. It wouldn't have taken Amber to ask you the question if you were sleeping with Melissa. Why it takes you 2 months?
Exactly.
If she was different from the rest, you would have told her the truth from before. And I'm saying that's a red flag too for Amber, but she's not going to see that because she's still in her feelings again with what's going on. Because Melissa, as I always said, is going to be that thorn in her flesh. Because what she did, I know everybody, I know 99.99 people wants Amber and Anthony to be divorced. 99.99. I think I'm the only 1% that left.
I'm part of it.
However, it's not going to happen. They both are alike. They're both in terms, why I say alike, in terms of their behavior and their character. They're not going to leave each other.
I don't not like the look that they're portraying Amber in, but as I said, Amber can take it. And the reason why Amber can take it, guys, is because no matter what Amber does, fans who loves her and who is still having on blinders will say whatever she done is fine. And they hate Anthony so much they would rather her with Dave. So okay, I would love to hear some more backstory with Dave. I'm not in that relationship. Maybe he is for Amber. So I want her to be happy, but how it started off, I don't think Amber told him about Dave as yet, but she said she have done some stuff. When he finds out from Melissa, will he still be there? Will he still be riding with Amber? That's what I want to know. I don't like the fact that now we have a loose cannon now. They just activated Melissa. You understand? Guys, please hit the like button. Thank you very, very much. It is really appreciated.
Okay,
And
so
let's take some comments here. Do you have anything to piggyback on Suzette and Charmaine?
okay, so I've done all my piggybacking already. So
Okay.
there was just a new skit that
Yeah,
Ernestine,
I have it. I have it.
the one that Ernestine asked Amber for the job, and they agreed.
Here you go. This one?
Not that one. You can play this one. This one is about she telling her about the Anthony came up to the podcast room. There's another one. So there are 3 skits total with Ernestine and Amber.
Okay, which part on this one I should play?
You can start there.
Right there?
Yeah.
So Anthony comes up to our podcast meeting to get some stuff for Kai or whatever from Shayla. First of all, y'all couldn't.
Yeah, like you'll have to do that
arranged
at the building. You couldn't arrange any other place. You had to do it at the location I'm at.
Exactly.
I feel like they be doing stuff on purpose, honestly.
Then he comes in, speaks to everybody. I don't have any interest in speaking to you, sir. Talking about something. Hi, Amber. You can't speak.
Oh, so you didn't say nothing to him when he walked in?
No, for what? What do I need to acknowledge him for?
He's such a narcissist. Hi, Amber. You can't speak.
Narcissist is not even the word.
No, it's another level for sure.
Another level. Because then you're going to talk about, I'll pray for you, sir.
He hit
those
you with the I'll pray for you?
I.
For what elbow?
When do you pray, period?
When do you pray?
And
When's the last time you got on your knees and put your face to the floor and prayed for real, for real?
You
Especially
did.
you trying to embarrass me in front of these girls.
Well, you
Like-
embarrass yourself.
You talking crazy to me in front of Shayla, in front of Tamara, Wayne's ex, in front of
Man, Let me ask you something. But just pause it there so far a bit. Why does she care?
If she talk in front of Wayne's ex.
Yeah, or if he talks to Shayla or anything, she doesn't care. So it shouldn't bother her.
She said
Yes,
talk
that's why
crazy.
I'm telling you.
No, she said talk crazy to her in front of Shayla. Then why didn't she just say Tamara and forget about Wayne? Why did she have to bring Wayne name into it? Every time she always bring Wayne name because she said he talk crazy to her in front of Shayla, in front of Tamara, who is Wayne's ex. That has nothing to do with Wayne. She did not even have to call Wayne's name because that girl.
Hold on there. Hold on there. If you don't care about somebody, you shouldn't hear what she just says here. Me just have to rewind.
Can't speak.
Narcissism.
It's another level for sure.
Another level. Because then you're going to talk about, I'll pray for you, sir.
Oh no, not
Me
necessarily.
hit you with the I'll pray for you.
Hold on. There's something she says that was
So Anthony comes up to our podcast meeting to get some stuff for Kai or whatever from Shayla. First of all, y'all couldn't.
Yeah, like y'all have to do that at the building. Y'all have to.
Yes, what I said? Amber shouldn't. That's what I wanted to talk about. Why should she care if Anthony comes to the building in the podcast room to get something from
Exactly.
Shayla is still a sore thing for Amber.
Everybody knows that. And
But
everybody
a lot of people don't, it's not gonna call that. Oh, this thing tell me about me must move. Yes. She is not, it's still bothering her. She's still in her feelings. So all who saying that, oh, they're gonna get a divorce, oh, I'm champion Dave with Amber, we called it, and all those things. I'm dying to see what the writer gonna do. Honestly, I'm dying to see what they're gonna do because Amber still has feelings for her husband. It's still a bother her.
Both of them have feelings for each other.
Both of them still have feelings.
Let me tell you something. Amber is in such a denial.
It's crazy.
Why Amber denial is like Mount, what you call that, Mount Everest? That big mountain in wherever it is. That's so high.
You have to do the location on
Amber
that.
denial.
It's like, I feel like they be doing stuff on purpose, honestly.
I know Ernestine don't even help them out.
Speaks to everybody.
Stuff on purpose.
I don't have any interest in speaking to you, sir.
But
Sharon,
Sharon,
you can't speak.
Oh, so you didn't say nothing to him when he walked in?
No, for what? What do I need to acknowledge him for? For
He's
what?
such a narcissist. Amber, you can't speak.
Narcissist is not even the word.
No, it's another level for sure.
Another level. Because then you're going to talk about, I'll pray for you, sir.
Leave those with the I'll pray for you. For what?
When do you pray, period?
When do you pray? When's the last time you got on your knees and put your face to the floor and prayed for real?
Did.
But the fact that he tried to embarrass me in front of these girls.
Sharon,
like,
hold on 1
to
second.
me in front of Shayla, in front of Tamara, Wayne's ex, in front of Lauren, who trying to get with Wayne, and in front of Delicia, who, I mean, it's like, why are you doing all this? Like, you want to intentionally.
It's intentional.
Yeah, but
At
you know,
this point,
of course,
it's intentional.
but of course he would say it's because I didn't speak. But why do we have to speak, sir? I don't like you and you don't like me. Let's move. Sign the paper. Sign.
Okay, so she don't like him and he doesn't like her.
She lying.
Okay, Suzette, you have something to say it there.
No, I agree. She's lying. They have feelings for each other.
Exactly.
And she wouldn't. And what doesn't matter if he comes to the upstairs to see Shayla, she should be like, oh, okay. But she's not. She's affected by it. And she is in denial.
That's why she did not answer when he says, hello, ladies. Because Shayla is still a sore topic for her. So why be friends with Shayla? Isn't Amber being friends with Shayla? I just want you guys to answer, the panel and the chat. Is Amber being fake with Shayla? Why be friends with her?
She claims it's for the bag, but yeah, you're right. She's being fake.
Because we can clearly see how it is affecting her. Okay, go ahead, Terry. I think you have something to say. Hello?
Who you talking to? Who you talking to?
Terry, I
Terry.
think she dropped off.
Oh, Terry dropped off. Okay, I wasn't on this other side. Okay, I think Terry. Oh, Terry's not here. Let me see. There is. She's not on this stage. Terry Ann?
Oh, there she is.
Yeah,
What were
I'm
you
here.
trying to
I'm
say?
here. No,
Okay.
I was just trying to say that Ernestine is talking about when as Anthony prayed. I promise you. You see that? Do you see that verse? He said, "I'm going to be praying for you." Remember, when that situation happens with Amber, he's going to be praying for her. He is definitely going to be praying for her. She's gonna see.
Okay, thank you for that, Terry. All right, so I think I saw, wait there, on my phone I seen something. All right, so let's come down here. Okay, let me just pick up from here. I just thought about all those celebrities and entrepreneurs that will be there, and penetrant, whatever that word is, that will be there. Just think of the media. If some journalists take pictures of Dave and Amber together, oh yes, Sabrina, that is going to be something. Tina, I agree. And then Denisha is not Wayne's assistant. PR is. Yeah, Denisha is going to be the secretary there. Tina says, I'm tired of Amber being the only one suffering consequences because you guys, the reason why, Tina, Amber is going to get consequences is because of what you guys allow the writers them to do to Amber character. Whatever wrong she does, you guys don't call her out on it. So this is why Amber character can take the hit. Remember, I tell you that. And then I like Dave. Yes, we know you love Dave, Nancy. That's your boyfriend. Miss Ariane, Amber have to compete with him, and Melissa, all three have to compete for him. And let me see here. Denisha will be the secretary, the receptionist, yes. And let me come here. Dolly says, me too, Tina. It was commendable that Dave didn't hesitate admitting the truth. Yes, he speak the truth. You have to. Men like those will tell the truth. What if Anthony brings Shayla to the party? I don't think he will bring Shayla to the party. He will most likely bring Denisha. Dolly exactly. Dave deserves some type of a credit. Okay. You want us to give Dave credit for saying, you notice what my friend, okay, let me go. Dave, thank you for answering Amber question. Just like Anthony answers Amber question when Amber asks him, are you hiding money? Anthony says yes. Dave answers yes because Amber asked him. He didn't volunteer that. You guys,
Precisely.
Together for 2 months, over 2 months now, and he have never told her. If Amber never asked him, he would not have divulged that information. So yes, Dave,
And that's what I was saying.
thank you, Dave, for answering Amber question.
And Sharon,
Because you see, this is what's gonna happen now. Whatever Dave does, you guys are gonna love it and glorify him. Yes. Whatever Anthony does, you guys are gonna crucify him. So no matter even if you don't see Anthony, I pray you guys are gonna crucify him and say, I wish God is praying. If Anthony go get help, we're not gonna say, oh, him deserve whatever. You guys just don't like that man. Right?
Sharon,
Yes.
listen. And Dave did not have any other. Dave had to speak the truth. Dave had to speak the truth because he knows that it would come out somewhere or somehow. Melissa is there, Melissa would talk. Daniel, them know the truth. So he did not have any other reason to lie. So I don't know why are people giving him credit for speaking the truth. Why are you giving somebody credit for doing the right thing? That was the right thing for him to do.
Exactly.
Like he was pinned into a situation, into a corner, or you had to hold a pistol to his head and say, you need to speak the truth. So now you're giving him credit because when he was pinned into the corner, he speak the truth.
Exactly.
And the truth, but Amber, you know what's going to happen? When Dave is lying, Amber's still going to believe him because this one time he tells the truth. The next time when he's actually lying, she's still going to believe him because she's going to say, you know what, he did tell me the truth about him and Melissa. So this must be the truth he's telling me now as well. Look, because that is how people do. They tell you the truth and reel you in, and then they start to lie to you, and you continue to believe that it's the truth. Anthony did not. Amber had never asked Anthony if he was sleeping with Shayla. When he was sleeping with Shayla. Amber had never asked Anthony, are you
She
cheating on me?
asked Shayla though. She asked Shayla and Shayla
If
lied.
Anthony ever tried her.
Yes.
And she said no. She didn't ask Anthony, have you ever tried Shayla?
No, she asked
Never asked.
Shayla.
Asked about Ro. Did you and Ro having whatever? And he was truthful. He said no, he was not having anything, doing anything with Ro. So I don't know why people jumping up and down and saying, oh, they speak the truth, they speak the truth. Anthony
Yeah, he speak the truth
Amber's a
because
liar.
he was back into a corner because
But
Melissa family knows.
why are they not saying Amber's a liar? Amber looked her father in the eyes and said that she's not cheating. So why are you not saying Amber and Anthony doing the same thing? She looked Anthony even when he went to the kitchen and confront her about sleeping with at Melissa's Daniel's sister boss. She looked him in the eye and said, I don't know what you're talking about. So everybody's commending Dave and saying, oh, Dave is speaking the truth. But yet Amber is lying and nobody wants to acknowledge that Amber is a liar.
People are saying if it was them, that wouldn't answer
exactly. Exactly. Why is Amber lying and nobody's calling her out on that? But everybody's, oh, Anthony's lying. Anthony's lying. Amber's lying. And Amber's telling more lies than what Anthony ever told. Because she lies to her father. Who lies to their father that way? She lies to Anthony. She lies to Wayne. She lies to Shayla. She had been lying to multiple people. She has been lying to multiple people. And who was Anthony lying to? Anthony was just lying. The one time Anthony said Kai was not his, and he and Shayla was just maybe a couple of weeks. Yeah, because Anthony got caught and he did not know how to face his wife to tell her the truth. He eventually come clean and told her. But what are you telling me now? That Anthony is a bad guy because he lies, and Amber is a good girl because
he cheated with Shayla.
And Anthony and Amber cheated with Wayne, and now she's
with Shayla.
And yet, Amber is not a liar. Amber is the queen bee in this whole thing, and yet she's lying her ass off. Come on, people, get real.
And she cheated coming into the marriage, and she's good. Real. She cheated and she married the man. She come out away in bed the same day after her wedding. And marry Anthony, so she have 2 months inside that water inside her.
Exactly. When the pastor asks, is there any reason if anybody know of any reason why these couples should not be joined together? She should have said yes, because I don't love him and I've cheated this morning. I was sleeping with another man. She said no. Pastor Chris counseled them. Remember what Pastor Chris was asking them when he was counseling them before they got married? And she lied. She lied.
Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I have my opinion. You guys have your opinion. I'm not gonna knock anybody for having their own opinion. What I'm saying, it's to agree, disagree, to agree. We are having our own opinion. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like says Amber did not lie. I'm not gonna pretend here and review this skit and say Amber is not cheating. They are both legally separated. So if they're legally separated, Anthony can cheat, she can cheat, but they are still married under the eyes of the law, right? And they are legally married, but they have a legal separation. So Amber shouldn't be lying, and Anthony shouldn't be lying. Anthony should have just said, Amber, I'm seeing this girl. Amber should have said, Anthony, I'm seeing this person. We're still getting a divorce, right? So I am not going to be a hypocrite and pretend like say, oh, Amber is so squeaky clean and she's not doing anything wrong. Yes, Anthony is a horrible husband. We all know that. Anthony is the worst husband. And they're telling us, says God has a plan. So maybe God's plan is for Amber and Dave, because Dave is so squeaky clean. We don't know much about him. If Amber could see the situation when she walked in today, because he told her he got rid of Melissa. And she walked in and she read the room properly. And that is why she was able to ask him about Melissa. He would not have told her if she never asked. She asked him and he told her the truth because there is evidence. He could not have lied because Melissa family knows about him. And he says Melissa broke that trust. And he loved honesty and all these things. So he told her the truth. Yes, that is very good. He could have lied, but he did not. He told her the truth. And at the time when he told her the truth too, he turned around now to soften the blow with Amber. And then he's going to say, oh, baby, I love that color green you have on.
Right, gaslighter.
And then nobody's going to call him name and say, look how he gaslight Amber. You guys are applauding him, right? And you guys are okay with your opinion. I am of my opinion. You guys have your opinion. You guys can be right. I can be wrong. We, the panel member on here, can be wrong. And you guys are absolutely correct in whatever you're saying because we are just speaking what we see on the skit. I see Amber read that room this morning. She came in. She saw a situation. We saw that. Melissa was happy also. And she kicked up her heels. And she left. And then after Amber gave him that pump, what did she do? She says, look here, you have to get rid of her. Amber doesn't remember, says, the reason why her restaurant is doing so well is because of Melissa.
Right.
You can't take somebody bread from her because you're upset that she's with a nobody. Come on. You can't be doing that. She you know what I mean? She don't deserve that. Oh, Amber, if the shoes was on the other foot, oh, Amber would have felt if Melissa said to him, says, you have to get rid of her. I don't like her. And what did he do? He lead with his third leg and he got rid of Melissa. And Melissa and him, Melissa said she's the brain of the business. The two of them build this company together. And he fired her because of that situation. Right? So at the end of the day, I am not disagreeing with my panel, with my chat family or anything, right? I'm just saying what I see. You guys always correct. Majority of the time, you guys, the chat members, are correct in what you guys are saying. And sometimes I am correct also. Right? So we all have different opinion and we come together to discuss this opinion. All right? So we don't need to bash anybody here. We're not bashing them. We're not bashing the character. We're speaking on what we see. Guys, I wish when Amber saw that, and she walked out of that house this morning, Amber walked away without making get her into going to soothe her and then get some pum pum, and then she couldn't even. She's still upset. Amber left to go to her house to shower, and then she's complaining to Ernestine about the situation.
Well, Sharon.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to say something real quick. What's telling in this whole thing, I know with Dave, you know, everyone, a lot of people like him because he was nice to Amber. He gave her scripture. He built her up, but he basically really listened to her complaining about her husband.
Exactly.
And just
he
built
took advantage of her.
I'm not saying that he's not attracted to her. Obviously, he is. But the thing is, you should even in the conversation that Amber is having with Ernestine, now she's beginning to doubt him.
Exactly.
Because as she said, it should not really have taken her to ask him. They've been, like you said, 2 months. He should have brought that before to let her know, hey, you know, this is what's going on, and just you know, just roll with the punches with that. But it all boils down. People keep saying, you know, they kept showing God has a plan. God has a plan,
and we must trust the process.
Trust the process. But the problem, you know, what Davis is trying to do and what Ernestine is doing, God will not send you a married woman to a single man.
They will not.
Operate.
Not
do that.
I'm not going to do that. And I know this is fiction. I know that this is a skit, but we have to believe that Wayne Coley knows the word. And I just feel that this man is not going to be playing with the word. Okay.
No, if he's
demonstrating, doesn't operate like that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
if he's demonstrating it, then we know that it won't end well, right? Because God
Right.
is not an author of confusion. So therefore he is a covenant keeping God. And if the characters are married, he's not going to do a separation. He's not going to do that, right? So situations might happen to us in life, and things come up against this one, things come up against that one. That's why we have to always, the scripture says, even though we said it's a skit, guys, i i I will always come from a biblical perspective, right? That the scripture says that if you walk in the spirit, you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. And
Mm-hmm.
you will not fulfill that which the flesh desires if you walk in the spirit. It's not walking like per se. You walk in the word of God. You walk according to God's principle and God's word. That is not that what Amber is doing is not walking in the spirit, because God is
Mm-hmm.
not going to let you fall in a single man's bed as a married woman. It can't work.
Exactly.
It will not work, dear. That's why I said before, if it starts on a bad foundation, as what Dave and Amber has in the bed of adultery, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, guys. As much as some of us want it, I know my bestie wanted to work. I think Tina too wants it to
Yeah,
work.
Tina,
Another
you want
bestie.
it to work
Tina Young
with Dave.
don't want it to work. You want it to work with Amber and Dave.
Yeah.
But one thing God will do is turn things around in your
Uh,
life. So we'll see.
Marian,
Mm?
in this skit with Ernestine and Amber, there was one very, very vital and important thing that everybody overlooked. When Amber said that Anthony said he will pray for me. And
Right.
what did Ernestine said?
She
Until
had
he goes
left.
down on his knee and
Hmm.
have his face in the ground. He did that already.
He did.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
Remember, he did that already. And he prayed to God and he said, I want to, it doesn't matter if I lose everything, all my
Yeah.
money, everything, if you bring my wife back to me. That's
Yeah.
exactly what's going to
And
happen.
people never believe him.
I tell you that Anthony's going to have a Job moment. Believe me.
And he's
Because
going to lose everything.
when Denisha is done with him, he's going to have to rally back on Amber. Because and Dave is going to be doing Amber, or whoever is going to do Amber, they're going to be left out in the cold. It's like you're going to see two people that are left out in the cold, and all they can do is to warm each other up. That's all going to happen. At the end of the day, Amber and Anthony are going to have a clean slate to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're going to be embracing each other. Whatever happened, they will be embracing each other. Because when Ernestine said today, I just laughed. She said, Anthony, pray. Anthony need to
Mhm.
get on his knee, put his
And
hand on
Hmm.
pray.
the ground and pray. He did that. He
Yeah.
did that.
And
They
he's
might
gonna do
not
it
know that he
again.
did that, but he did that. And he
But
might
he's
have
gonna
to
do
do
it
it again.
again.
And Amber is going to do it again too. She's going to
Hold
be
on there,
praying.
Charmaine. Hold on there, Charmaine. Miss Fatal says, can I ask what Amber's supposed to do with regards to Melissa? Is she supposed to thank her for helping her with the restaurant? But no, you have to go because she slept with Dave. How would you handle it?
Miss Fatal, first of all, Amber came into a relationship with Dave, who was in a business relationship with Melissa for 10 years. Amber's only in this for what, 4 months? Amber is the reason why Melissa has lost her job to begin
Hmm.
with. Because she should even said to Dave, Dave, listen, I'm going to trust you that you and Melissa are no longer together. I don't want to see her when I'm here. So can you make it that I don't see her? We don't have to run into each other. But when she requests that Melissa has to go, come on, she is taking away money from this woman.
Yeah.
Just And you know what? I'm not going to say it because I don't want anybody to come for me, and this is my opinion. The same way she's taking away money, because it doesn't matter what Dave give Melissa right now. She should be making more. Dave is going to give her some money, yes, but she could be make all these deals that she's bringing in. He's not going to compensate her for all of that. It's the same way Amber might set to lose money. Just like how Melissa is going to lose money, Amber might be setting herself up to lose money, because you don't do that to anybody.
You don't. You never.
Bread. Do not take away somebody else's bread.
Yes.
Never ever take away somebody else's bread. My grandmother always tell me, no matter what you do, make sure you don't allow people to lose anything in terms of they can feed themselves or whatever they can do. And when Amber asked Dave to fire Melissa, because she did, she might not do it like an ultimatum, but she said she has to go. I am not going to be here. I can't deal with a Melissa being here. And Dave said,
at least she's thinking about her bag. So she's getting a clothing line. She's going to start her butter business up. So it says there is a skit with her telling.
Yeah, it's on Facebook. I don't know if it's made YouTube yet.
Okay, I'm looking for it. Hold on. Oh yeah, we have it. It's just that
your Apple Watch helps you track your cycle.
Hold on. So that is nice that Amber is going to do her clothing line on her. At least that will give her something to work on. Honestly, I don't mind her divorcing Anthony and just be by herself and yield. Because in these streets, she can't trust these men. That's all I can tell her.
Studio this week and kind of help you maneuver it, and like that's kind of what that's what
you do.
I was already acting as your liaison.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Advertise liaison, advertise it. I like that. Before we get out of here, though, I didn't want to mention anything the other day when we were doing the podcast tour because I wanted to just stay on track, but. And I don't even know if I was going to say something. I was going to keep it to myself because I don't want to hear the I told you so's. But did I tell you? Remember I told you I went to Miami with Candace and her best friend, Rhonda.
Yeah.
So Rhonda and I meet, and she tells me that Trey got at her in Miami.
He got at her?
Yeah.
Like he was trying to holler?
Yes, trying to holler at her in Miami. So I confronted him. I said, are you trying to get at Rhonda? And he was like, no. So I put up on him with Rhonda. We did a little 1-2, and I did this whole thing where she pulled up at the restaurant, and I know he lied about it.
Yeah.
And then didn't come home that night. Didn't come home the rest of the day.
But this didn't bother you, right? Because you said you didn't care if he had ever stepped out on you, right? I mean, I asked you that one time.
No, I said if my friend or someone saw my man out, don't come tell me. Like, if the woman's coming to me herself, then it's like, yeah, it's a little bit of a problem.
So what you want to know now?
What I want to know what?
If
you saw Rhonda and Trey?
Friend or your cousin-in-law saw your boyfriend out with somebody else?
You saw Trey out with somebody else?
Yeah.
And you didn't tell me?
You didn't want to know.
Yeah, people just say that. They don't really mean that. So you saw Trey out with somebody and didn't tell me? People just say stuff. They say stuff.
Maybe we're at this party for no reason. It looks like a lot of revelation is going to happen before the party, guys. Because now Trey's secret is out. Only thing Amber can't remember that the woman says she's a teacher. She worked at Ernestine's school. Remember, she tell Amber all of that?
Yes, she did. She didn't tell her that. No. She didn't say she worked at Ernestine's school. She said she
said she worked at a school.
High school. She worked at a high school, and she's a teacher.
And you know Ernestine's going to tell Trey, and Trey will talk to Anthony out of spite. He will.
Exactly.
Because Ernestine is going to confront Trey about, and she's going to tell her that Amber
this
saw
is a
her
nice curveball.
Yeah?
This is a nice curveball. You see how they twist it?
And then
Amber tells Ernestine, so it looks like Trey is going to be the one who will tell Amber.
But then you know what will happen? Dates. Because once they can talk about the fear, Anthony will know the date that they were going at the fair. The date that they were at the fair. Anthony's going to know the date that they were at the fair. So Anthony's going to start to put in the dates going all the way back to when she started to cheat. And he's going to get a name because I don't think Trey is going to forget the name. So he's going to get a name. He has a witness. So now, not only that Anthony will get a name, Anthony has a witness as well.
Yes, you remember what I said to you guys when this Dave thing, when Amber starts sleeping with Dave, right? Remember I says they're setting her up again, right?
Anthony has two witnesses now because he has Melissa as a witness and he has Trey as a witness.
Amber doesn't have no witness yet about Denisha. Yes, you think
Amber does not even know anything about Denisha.
Exactly.
Amber's still going off of Shayla and Kai. That's all Amber's still going off of Shayla and Kai. But now Anthony's going to have witness named Trey because he saw that.
Miss Faith, also the name would be the most important thing. The date doesn't matter because everything happens after she filed.
Yeah, but the name, Trey has the name because she introduced him as Dave. Unless Trey forget the name. But
like
Trey also has
Terry Johnson.
Because Amber was not thinking about that. She was trying to hide. She was trying to hide everything. Remember, Amber was trying to hide that Trey does not the blackmail, Trey blackmailer. So she's not thinking about no name. She just wants Trey to keep her secret. Now she made a promise to Trey that they'll keep each other secret. And what did she go and do?
She breaking
every promises that she make. She's breaking every
another downfall. You remember what I said? What happened to Sonny? Gonna happen to Amber. Oh boy, it's not looking good, guys. I don't like this. I really don't like this. I really don't like it. Okay, let me take some comments. I'll let your panels jump in after. Let me just read maybe about 20 comments and then we just come back and have the conversation. I'm not tooting Amber or Anthony Horn because skit law are different from tell Georgia law because I know for a fact, yes, Dolly, I will know that. And let's see here. Hold on. We have a lot to catch up on. Not with the background check. So somebody says he's not going to. Amber has never been that better. She was the one who broke up Mike and Rolanda relationship game. She gave herself to Wayne very easy without Wayne's running after her. Amber has never been innocent. Okay, thank you for that too. And Dolly says 3870 likes. Please press the like button to support Sharon. And thanks. And then Nancy says Angelina needs to keep needs her karma ASAP. Yes, Nancy, she does. Please like, share, and subscribe to Sharon. Thanks. And that Dana says, what if Delisa gets pregnant? What if Denisha gets pregnant? What if Denise again's pregnant?
No more pregnancy stories.
Who is Denise?
I think she mean Denise.
See, we have
yeah. I think she's
pregnant right now. We have Rosie is saying she's pregnant because she's at 3 weeks, so she's pregnant. Then we have D girl, what's her name? Daria.
Is pregnant, yeah.
And what's the mad girl Genesis? So we have
pregnant, yes.
Right now in SkitLanta. 3. Well, we don't know about Rosie because I don't trust Rosie. And if Rosie's pregnant, is it for what's his name? Because remember, she was sleeping with her brother-in-law. So we're not even sure if it would be DC or the brother-in-law. But all I'm saying is it looks like it's pregnancy season. Suzette, it's pregnancy season, okay?
Yeah, but what would that do? I mean, if she's pregnant, I mean, what Denisha, what would it do? That's what I'm asking.
It would be another, because Anthony would have another child of wedlock because we don't know when this thing would be going. So you'd have a second child out of wedlock. So now
exactly. So if we have a second child out of wedlock and Amber is pregnant for Dave, then he has to accept Amber baby.
Yeah, and there's going to be another Shayla in his pocket. So that would be what is happening because he has another Kai and he has another Shayla 18 years. This girl is going to cost him everything he has. She's going to be worse than Sheila. Because now she's going to want the big house, which Anthony will have to try and give it to her. Because he said she is the one. So now he's going to buy the big house. Now he's going to buy the cars. Now she's going to be everything that Sheila was not getting, she will be getting it.
Right. I guess I'm just wondering, and I get that, and I'm just wondering, like, with view, because they're so focused on views, how is that an interesting storyline?
I don't know how it would.
No,
But you know
that wouldn't
why?
be a good storyline.
That would not be a good storyline
No,
because
'cause
people are not
that's
going to.
They're boring now.
Yeah.
People
You
are
know
watching them now.
You know the
But I want
storyline
to.
that's going to
What?
take us back if Melissa and Denisha meet up and we hear why Melissa is back. Not the white Melissa, not vanilla Melissa. We are talking about Melissa with the BBL Melissa. So we're going to name them.
Well,
Vanilla, BBL Melissa, and she look like she get a brand new BBL because it's different. It has a different shape.
It looks smaller too.
No, it's bigger. It's bigger.
Oh,
it's bigger.
Now you can see her very tiny legs. When you look at her now, her legs are so tiny compared to before. So now she has a new brand BBL.
All right. Charmaine, let me take some of this comment here to run fast.
Sharon, I want to ask, what's her name? Something. Rosie Lee says, I hope Amber lose everything.
Yeah, I saw that.
Why you want her to lose everything? Just answer, what everything do you want her to lose, Rosie?
Money.
I got that question
Just
for
money.
you.
I think it's just money. I think it's money.
Okay, Andrea says this. Iman is smoking in the house and they are not doing anything about it. Anthony has no control over that.
But Anthony never asked about that. Remember? Anthony never asked about that.
Hurt Melissa so bad she will mess with his business up behind his back. Definitely, Sherma. Well said here. She is going to do something. Definitely. They just activated that crazy woman. That's all I can say. Thanks for pressing the like button to support Sharon Review. Thank you, Dolly. And then Janet says, Tina, she have it not right. Tina Young, she have it not right. And then Tina says, the writer's been tearing Amber down for 3 years. And thank you, Tina. Amber making stupid decision, yes. I want her to stand on her own right now. It's not true. And then Belinda says, if Dave is fired, Melissa, who works with him for 10 years and make him a lot of money, I think that's a very bad move. Amber is my girl, but she's hiding skeleton in her closet, which is Wayne. Well said there. And we're going to comment on all of those, but I'm just trying to get as much reading in here. I'm talking about the writers, Dolly says. Yes, I understand that you guys are talking about the writers. That's one thing Dave was honest about. Now it's time for Amber to tell Dave about Wayne and her if the writers do that. That would be awesome. It would be awesome if Amber does that. Honestly, Antoinette. And then Janet says, yes, it's true. Wayne invites Amber to church, so she should catch Mike and Ro. I guess that's what you meant to say. And divorce should not be happened 3 years ago. It should have happened 3 years ago. Thank you, Tina. And then Kenisha says, crazy Melissa activated. Definitely she is. You can't build your happiness on another woman's tears. That woman went back for her when no one else did. And well says there, Kenisha. This is what she's saying, that when Amber was done, Anthony was not there for her. That's what she's talking about. And Melissa did this for Amber, and Amber letting this woman lose her bag, and that is not good. That don't sit well with me either, too, Kenisha. And then Passion says, can you all please tell Wayne to let me write the storyline of the Dalton? Passion says yes. The Kountry Wayne, Passion, Dentistry, 7144 would like to write the Dalton storyline for you, okay? Thank you very much for listening. And then Carla says, nobody putting on blinders to Amber is doing. The writers are writing this. This is for entertainment purpose only. Yes, Carla, we know that. And a lot of people do not, what I'm saying, and I'm saying a lot of people who loves Amber are wearing blinders. It's not everybody is wearing blinders, but majority of people are wearing blinders. And that's my opinion, because no matter what all wrong Amber is, people are not calling her out on that. That's all I'm saying. That's my opinion. All right. And I'm not guessing whatever. I'm not making up stuff. It's what I'm seeing. I'm just speaking on what I am seeing. All right. Dolly says Amber and Anthony got married too soon. Anthony and Amber should never have gotten married in the first place. That's my opinion. And Janet, be honest, did you like what Amber did to Melissa, the same person who brought her to Dave? That was very heartless of her as a woman of God that she claimed to be. Okay, well said, dear Era. And Belinda says, you all claim Dave is honest. He never could have told Amber anything if she hadn't come out and asked him. He should have told Amber about Melissa at the beginning. Dave wanted his cake and his ice cream too. Exactly, Belinda. Well said, dear. And Sabrina says, I guess Amber is not too concerned about her restaurant. No, it doesn't look so, darling. And Tina says, Dolly, Amber and Anthony has never supported to get married. Exactly. They should never have gotten married. And Levina says, exactly. And that crazy wrong is wrong. No matter how you look at it. Amber is wrong right now. She is no queen. Oh, be careful what you're saying, Levina. People will really get mad at you for saying that. But well said. What's your opinion? Because they're beating me left, right, and center because I'm calling Amber out. I'm calling what she did is wrong. What she did, she asked that man to fire that girl who come and help her. Say, let that same man where she there with right now stay at our restaurant. But nobody is saying what she did to Melissa is wrong. They're applauding it, say, wow, way to go, we told Amber the truth. You guys have to look into it. And this is gonna come back to bite Amber in the butt. I'm not for Amber getting that lady fired. I'm being honest. I'm calling a spade a spade. I'm speaking what I see and I know, but that is my opinion. Let's see what you guys is saying in the chat also. Mike should have it. Let Wayne stop that wedding. Should have let Wayne stop the wedding, definitely. Amber should not even leave Wayne bed and go marry Anthony. But just I say it right now. Amber should not have left. Since she wake up, she know that's her wedding day. She should not have married Anthony. She should have just not showed up, period. Just let it be. Carla says, I have to stop trying to figure out or rewrite this skit to what I think should happen or what the actor should do. I love the suspense of it. Exactly. I love it too, darling. But we are here speaking on it. I Eklund and that Melinda says, they love the fantasy of sleeping with the woman. He could have waited to Amber at her divorce before he made any move towards her. Dave loved the fantasy. Exactly, Belinda. And Dave take advantage of Amber. I do not care how you guys want to put it. This is my opinion. Dave took advantage of Amber. Why? Because Amber spoon-fed him her situation. And he's doing what Anthony never did. He stand up for Amber. Anthony did not. And that is the reason why I don't like Dave. I'm just calling it as that. And just like what Amber spoon-fed Anthony to Shayla. So Anthony dropped the ball with Amber. Dave pick up the ball, right? Because Amber handed herself to him on a platter. The same thing with Shayla. She handed her husband to her best friend Shayla, who she's having a relationship right now with. And Belinda says, Dave loved the fantasy. Okay, we'll read that. And then Tina says right here, it's a red flag how the writers doing Amber character because they know that the Amber character, Tina, I have to tell you once again, can take the hit. She can take the hit. Because and no matter what they do with her, people are going to love her. No matter what. She can't do no wrong in their eyes. No matter what. If they even say she do something unacceptable, they're gonna love her still. Team Amber as well, I believe they will get a fresh start at marriage with change of them both. Humility is coming to them both. Awesome. Thank you too, Lily. That's what I think too. I love Amber too, but I will still call her out on her BS. And I love Anthony. I will still call him out on his BS. Because even yesterday I wanted to slap him upside his head. Seriously, I'm being honest. Melissa doesn't know how about the party. Eklund is saying, but remember she also friends with Dave, with Alex, so she will know about the party because Alex and her they do business together. And Dion Edwards says, I'm with you, Terry, and Team Dalton all the way. Yes, I'm with her too, Team Dalton all the way. But I'm not no Team Dave all the way. Mm-mm. Melissa did that to herself. She betrayed her boss. It's not about Amber, Melissa, or Dave's loyalty. Carla says. Miss Fatal says, I would love to see the two back together, but I know from experience the relationship would never be the same. So why do it? Go ahead and divorce. Well said, dear Miss Fatal. Thank you for that. Amber needs to pull herself together, and she is a married woman and she's committing adultery. Two wrongs don't make it right. Even though she is hurting from her past, she needs to put God first. Exactly, Cheryl. I totally agree with you there. And Kenisha says, exactly, Sabrina. She is the one who went to her back for Dave and Amber made the biggest mistake today. Yes, they did. They did. They definitely did. Amber is one of the star of KW skit. Yes, yes, dear Annette. And Ollie says, exactly. Dave must have seen Ruth. Melissa not having that. He woke up our ancestor. She's going to be burned to the whole thing. Oh, God. This is funny. Oh, my God. I thought you were watching a movie there. Suzette. Oh, Holly, you just give us jokes. My goodness.
You needed that. A good laugh. David, listen. Melissa is going to take them through there. Trust me. Melissa is going to take both Amber and Dave through there. And even if it does not, even not the party, Melissa is not going to let this go. She's not going to go quietly into the night. I don't care how much money. Because Melissa, this is Melissa's life. You remember when she had her vision board? Her work is her life. She has no kids. She have a dog and she send the dog to, she send away the dog to Miami or to Florida with her mom. The dog went to Florida with her mom because nobody knew where she was. And she was so happy this morning. Look how she was happy. She was clicking her heels like Dorothy in The Wisdom of Oz when she was leaving. And then she got a call from Dave to say, you're fired over somebody he just met who is married. It's not even like she's a prize because, yeah, people going to come for me. But Amber behaves like she's a prize. Amber does not behave like she's a prize, I should say. She was a prize, but she started behaving like something cheap and not a prize anymore. Yeah. Because when she crossed that line with Dave, although she's saying she was always... Guys, remember when Anthony and Amber, when she filed for divorce the first time, think about this. Amber filed for divorce the first time. And she said she was always talking about her vows. She is true to her vows. She's not going to do anything to jeopardize her vows. Her vows was the most important thing with her. She would not, even when Victor and her, and she did not cross the line with Victor because of her vows. She tell Victor when she get the divorce, blah, 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 Victor need to wait and all that. Her vows was so important. So what is important about Dave that she goes against her vows? Because yes, she was separated from Anthony and for almost 6 months, about 8 months, because she caught them in December and they went back in, I think, the July or the August. So they were separated for a whole 7 to 8 months. And during that time, her vows was the most important thing to her. Did not matter that Anthony was sleeping with Shayla or in Shayla bed every night or whoever bed he was in. To her vows was the most important thing. So what happened now in this time that she was the one who filed the first time as well. It's not that Anthony filed. She was the one who filed the first time as well. She filed again, no. So what happened to her vows? No. She discarded her vows for the flesh. That's what.
The flesh, and also the deceiver that this man kept, he keeps talking about God, God. And that's what's probably different. You know how the devil can just she was just deceived.
Yeah.
And that's what she fell for that. And just gave, she shouldn't have done it, but that's what the difference with him putting the spin of God in it. Oh, God sent you to me and all this stuff. And she's believing that BS.
Yeah, because she's hurting.
Yeah,
it's because she was hurting. That's why she become bitter, because she thinks Anthony was cheating. I'm calling a spade a spade. The reason why Amber does it, guys, is because Anthony, she believe, is cheating still with Shayla. So when that man started to tell her how beautiful she is, makes she feel like a woman, she decided to cross the line with him, because she says, why am I saving myself for what? And he's cheating. Amber not hurting nobody but herself. This was a dumb move on Amber part. She's not hurting Anthony. It's herself and her reputation.
Exactly.
This is a big scandal.
It says that the wheat and tares will grow until the day of harvest, because you know what? They both look alike. So who you think know more scriptures than Satan? Satan was God's right hand man. He was there and he was kicked out because he was deceitful. He was plotting. He was kicked out of heaven because he was plotting. He was deceitful and he was plotting. And guess what? Who knows the scripture? Who knows to appear to you as, and he's an angel. He is an angel. Trust me, he was an angel when he was in heaven and he was kicked out.
Yeah.
So he appear to you is that in an angelic form. He can come to you and he's going to. He's going to promise you everything there is, because he's that person. He's going to promise you comfort. He's going to promise you all the money in the world. He's going to promise you your bag. If you just follow me, just come and follow me. You'll get everything that you can ever imagine. And that's Dave. A lot of people say, oh, Dave is speaking the truth and Dave is this, but I personally, there is more to Dave than meet the eye. And Melissa is about to show us exactly. Melissa will be the one to show us everything about Dave. Dave Young, that's his name. Melissa is going to be the one to show us exactly who Dave is. Because Melissa is, and I tell you guys, Melissa is not going to go away quietly into the night. No, she's not.
Okay, so do you guys think did they fire Melissa to prove to Amber he has her back?
Yes. That's what they did.
I may pull that right now. That's
yes,
question.
Did.
Let me just read some more comments here. Lily says, she's right now. He is, but God is able to change people. I believe there is a change is going to change him. The Daltons have a storyline that can bring God's glory in their redemption, reconciliation, reconciliation.
Sharon, I have a question. Everybody want God to change Dave, but they don't want God to change Anthony. How does that work?
Yeah, pin that for a little bit. Pin that for a little bit. Let me read a couple more comments. I've never thought that a person already married as a single person, soulmate out there, respect for my view of the Bible, view unmarried without wavering. Terry, I read that for me. I don't think I read that properly. Terry,
hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. I never thought that a person already married was a single person soul mate. No, they're not a single person soulmate. Out of the respect of the Bible. That's what we're. Amber cannot be Dave's soulmate because she's already taken. She already has somebody. She already has a covenant already. So therefore, she can't be a soulmate.
if it was a soulmate, then there would not be a connection between Anthony and Amber. You understand? So it can't be. That according to God's principle, it cannot be.
All
It
right.
cannot be.
Thank you, Terry. And then Dolly says, I definitely does not believe that Amber should continue to be in a miserable marriage either, being oppressed regardless if she shouldn't be with Dave. Terry, answer that, please.
Read it again. Read what
I
you
definitely does not believe that Amber should continue to be in a miserable marriage either, being oppressed regardless if she shouldn't be with Dave. All three of you
Okay.
guys on the panel gonna answer that
How?
same question.
What is it? What is it that makes Amber oppressed? Because Amber freely, with Anthony, Amber freely goes and come. Amber is not in a bondage. She freely go and come. So I'm not understanding where does the oppression come from? Because when you are oppressed, you are down. You can't move. You can't do anything. Your mind is crumbled in this and that. The whole situation here with Amber is that her flesh take over as a godly woman, as what they are portraying. And it is demonstrating the works of the flesh. And the works of the flesh are adultery and all of those things, hatred, bitterness, and all of these things. So that's what Amber's soul is. It is her flesh is activated right now. And that's all it is. With Anthony, you would say, does not know fully and understand how God works. However, the scripture says a sanctified wife sanctify the unsanctified husband. So you, as the Christian woman, as a God-fearing, believing woman, should live the life regardless of what your husband doing, because you are the sanctified wife, and God hears the prayer of the righteous. It availeth much. So if you want your husband to be saved as a sanctified lady, you must live the life, because therefore the Bible says, let your light so shine that man will come to glorify him. So when your light shine before your husband will come to glorify God and turn his life around. So guess what? You have to live it regardless, even when things are tearing down. You have to live it same way. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. If you call your husband your enemy, you have to love him just the same, because Christ so loved us even in our sorely mess. Him love us.
I have something for you. Thank you for that, Charmaine. Terian. Okay, so this is what Era says, and then I'll read Eklund one too. You guys are playing with the word of God just because of a skit that's not real. That's what Era said. And then Eklund says, people stop this. Anthony has abused Amber emotionally, spiritually, mentally. We shouldn't be okay with this. Free Amber. And then Lily says amen to Terian. So Terian, go back to Eklund question thing here.
All right, let me answer first and then we can go back.
Okay.
The day when Shayla told Anthony, I hear Ernestine told Amber that Anthony loved her, look at her as a queen, put her on a pedestal. Ernestine told Amber that. How do you feel when Anthony learned that his queen that he put on a pedestal was sleeping with his business partner up until the day of his wedding? His queen that he spent $20,000 for to put a ring on it. His queen that he mortgaged his house for to give her the wedding of her dreams was sleeping with Wayne up until the day of their wedding. Tell me now, Eklund, how do you think Anthony felt?
That would
traumatize anybody. That would traumatize anybody. So Amber was also guilty of abusing him emotionally and mentally. So don't commit that mess, because we only see what Anthony did.
Yeah.
And Amber was also the catalyst, because when Anthony slept with Sheila that one time, and he went back and Sheila tempted him to it up, and he's flesh, he's weak, he's flesh, because everybody's saying Dave is weak in the flesh and Amber is weak in the flesh. Yes, they're all weak in the flesh. So now we are going to give Anthony his props. He was weak in the flesh too.
Yeah, he is weak in the flesh.
The second time.
What he's doing is wrong.
When Sheila told him about Amber, you know what he said in his mind? He's going to throw caution to the wind, because trust me, he no longer look at Amber as that wholesome, committed wife. He started looking at Amber as something cast aside. And that has always been in the back of his mind. He always look at Amber as something like used goods. He has never looked at Amber the way he was looking at Amber before they were married. He always looked at Amber as something used. His business partner used her and threw her aside. Did not even want to commit to her in marriage. So that was what he was looking at Amber as all this time. So please, he was traumatized just as Amber was traumatized. So please, not because he's a man, but he was traumatized as well. He was traumatized emotionally.
He could have divorced Amber when he found out too.
Yes,
he should have just done that.
Yes, he could. But I think he had loved her. And everybody said, no, he didn't love her. Maybe he didn't want to lose to Wayne, or maybe he was guilty about what he was doing to Sheila, with Sheila.
Yeah.
But he stayed with her. But he was
That
traumatized.
both stays out of guilt.
He was emotionally traumatized because Amber traumatized him emotionally, just like he traumatized her. So they belongs together. Both of them belongs together.
Both of them, that's right. They both belong together.
Yeah.
Both of them traumatized the hell out of each other.
Exactly. But again,
Susan, what you have to say, Susan?
It's a redemption story. That's all I can say.
Hold on there, guys. Let Susan jump in.
Yeah, you know what? Because there's so many skips I'm skipping with Dave and Amber, and Anthony now with Denisha. I've been really digging into the old episodes, those skits with Amber and Anthony, the early skit on the early days, and it's amazing how this woman, I mean, once she got married and got herself together, she was a praying woman. She prayed for her husband. I remember on the night after, the wedding night, the next day, they prayed together, and so
yes, they did.
Her husband. And sadly, what it appears has happened, she has lost her way as her husband. And she really has lost her way and lost who she is. And so what I'm waiting for is for her, she's going to have a Job moment. He's going to have a Job moment. Something's got to happen to jolt these people, especially her, back into her place with the Lord. She's lost right now. And so I think with her marriage, I know people are saying Anthony did this, he did that. And I saw the skits. He wasn't the nicest person. Yes, he did do her. But there were times when you can see that this man truly loved his wife. Even when she lost her baby, he grieved about that baby. People are saying he didn't care and stuff. No, he didn't.
No, he cried. He cried.
Baby. People, unfortunately, because he's done so much to her, people forget things, or they haven't watched the earlier skits. But I think hopefully if the writers decide to go this way, they keep saying God has a plan and giving us these little nuggets.
The process.
I think once she gets her act together and really seeks the Lord, whether it's going to be within the marriage or they may have to separate, I think God's plan is going to be for them to come back together as different people. I think that's going to happen.
I think so too.
Yep, that's what's going to happen. And when it happens, nobody will have anything to say that they do, because remember, everything God does, it's purposefully. It's for a purpose and it's for a reason. Whatever God does in our lives. So therefore, we know that no one will get the glory out of it. Nobody can say, oh, Amber, I did this, and Amber, I did that. If the writers write it according to the plan of God, because nobody gets the glory but him when he does anything. So therefore, if Amber, another thing I would love to see her do too is humble herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's too haughty. Amber
She's
is
so cocky right now.
haughty.
This is
She's
too
haughty.
much. This
Yes,
morning
she's
she
haughty.
exalt herself this morning,
Yeah,
like,
she did.
okay, well, if you don't do this, then this is, but the Bible tell you if you exalt yourself, you will be abased.
Base, yeah.
Exactly. And that's what she's doing
And
right now.
she just has to humble herself and come
Yeah,
down a little.
she's not.
My grandmother would say, come off of your pump and
Come
pride.
pride.
Come down.
Yes. Come down,
Down
come
off
down.
of your pump and pride,
Pride.
because
Not with my
the
butter.
higher the monkey climb, the
And the
more
more
I'm going to get
exposed.
exposed. So come off it. I love Amber dearly. I am with her. I love her dearly, but I need her to humble herself a little bit more. Humble herself a little bit more. Come down off of your pump and pride, man.
Money.
And just if you said you are going to divorce the man, humble yourself and make it work. But the pride you're upon, and them always said the same knife stick goat stick sheep. The same knife you use and make Melissa lose her job is the same knife going to make you lose your money too.
Right.
Money Law said that the last time Anthony Prey was over Denisha food. Yes, Money Law, that is true. The last time we see Prey was over Denisha food. But you remember, he prayed. He went on his knees and he prayed for his wife.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Went on his knees, Money Law, and he prayed for his wife to come back to him. He said he could lose everything, all his worldly possession. He could lose his money, his businesses, as long as God bring back his wife to him.
And makes you see him.
You know what my mom used to tell me? Water, leaf drop in a water.
I know the same day
The
rotten.
same day, I know the same
That's
day,
right.
leaf rotten when it drop in a water. It's not
That's
the
right.
same day. It takes a while.
That's right. Wild.
It
That's
takes
right.
a while, and sometimes God answer your prayer. It might take you sometime years for God to answer one prayer that you prayed. You don't even remember that you did pray it. So,
Okay.
trust me, that prayer is going to be answered, and you're not going to like it, sir.
No,
But
they're
he's
not.
going to answer. God is going to answer that one prayer that you went on your knees. That was the only time I ever saw Anthony on his knees praying.
Exactly.
He was very sincere that night.
It
I don't
was.
know
It
about that
was.
time when they stand on the step and he yelled number on. I'm talking about that night when he was alone. There
And
was
he prayed.
nobody
I know, in the bedroom.
there was nobody else there when he was praying. He was
Exactly.
praying from his heart.
And he
was
prayed. No, he
sincere.
prayed how he knew how to.
Exactly. And he was praying from his heart and he was sincere. So Anthony,
Right.
trust me. No, he prayed already and he asked God to take all of Amber's burden and her shame. And that prayer is going to be answered too, because this is now the Amber shame.
He's gonna put on him. That is true.
Exactly. So God is going to answer his prayers that he did pray. But maybe he was going to answer that one long ago. It's going to be now.
Okay. I have something to say to you guys. Charmaine, well, pin that for me. Dolly says people have their own personal faith and chooses not to force it on others, because I have been dictated faithfully to my faith also almost 40 years and respect others' beliefs, and I expect the same.
Yeah, we said it in our opinion. I always said in our opinion. So
we're not forcing nobody. We're not forcing the Bible or anything on you, Dolly. We're just referring to what the God as a plan is for the Daltons. That what we're doing. We're talking about the same. We're not coming on here and telling you says, oh, so I guess you don't like youth preaching then
no. But
well, can I say something? No one would be speaking about the Bible if Mr. Coley's theme was not Jesus.
Jesus is Papa.
Exactly.
He's giving his testimony of what God has done in his life, which he's trying to help other people. And he's witnessing to other people, not only through the skits, but also what he says on his, the social media when he sits down and he talks about God. So that's where we're coming from, because if it wasn't Jesus is popping, I don't think any of us, it would be like, okay, this is just a, you know,
Exactly. We wouldn't be saying
this
that.
is it, but the theme is Jesus, and that is the creator, the creator of the skits. His main thing is Jesus, and he keeps talking. He's been talking more about Jesus lately.
Exactly.
So that's where we're the perspective we're coming from. We're not trying to force anyone, you know, personal views or religious views upon other people.
No.
It's
Exactly.
what
No,
the
that's
creator
no.
of that show is. Jesus is popping. So it's based on
Well said, Susan. Well said. Thank you for that.
Another
Yes,
thing
that's
he's
why you
doing
see I
also.
always, hold on there, Terry. The reason why I come up here, right? It's my opinion, and I says you guys are entitled to your opinion. I have Terry on here with me. I have Charmian with me. I have Annette with me, and I also have Susan or Eklund, whoever I have on here. We voice our own opinion. Nobody is thinking the same way. The skit says, Kountry Wayne, the person who created the skit, and we are reviewing the skit because even when you guys are making your comment, you are reviewing the skit also. The skit is based, the storyline for the Dalton is Jesus, God has a plan. And they're telling us to trust the process, keep on watching. So that is why when we are speaking on it, we're speaking on redemption, forgiveness, and all those things for the Daltons because the Daltons is the flagship of SkitLanta. And we do apologize. We're not here forcing no religion and nobody. We are just basing off what Kountry Wayne is saying in his skit for the Dalton. It says, God has a plan, trust the process. And that's what we are doing. And Dolly here said also, I never lose any sleep over skits because Facebook said Jesus not popping in the skit. That's the devil is popping. And Dolly, I saw it says Jesus is popping. The other day, I also saw what's her name? Delicia friend prayed for her. So they have Delicia praying. So I am not going to say Jesus is not popping in this skit. Jesus is definitely popping in this skit. And the reason why a lot of people are in their feelings is because they are not with what is actually what's happening in their real life. That is why they're taking offense to what's going on in the script right now. We're having fun. We're kicking, we're reviewing the skit. We do not mean to upset nobody, anybody on here who does not like we are reviewing this skit. There's other channel. I'm sorry, there's other channel out there that you guys don't like anything that we're saying here. And this is our opinion. You guys have your opinion. So you guys can just go over to those channel who are speaking what you guys like over there. We're not here to offend nobody. We are just speaking on what the Kountry Wayne skit is based on. They said God has a plan for the Daltons. And that's what we're saying. And then Terrian will come on and Terrian will speak of this is if they're making it writing off of the Bible, this is what it should be or whatever. What we're saying also, Amber should not have let
Can I get in here?
Fired Melissa. Okay, go ahead, Terrian.
Okay, so I just want to say something. Whereas what they're showing in the skits, these are some of these things actually happens to people in real life, right? Is it everybody that is living a godly life? No. Is it every Christian that lives a godly life? No. So therefore, because the Bible says there are some that is in Sardis has not yet defiled their garment. There are some people still live under the principles of God, and there are some that, are still struggling with their flesh. Some people are still struggling with unforgiveness. Some people are still struggling with bitterness. Some people are still struggling, right? Every day we get up, people struggle. However, we might the way how we see Amber and Anthony's acting, people might say it is not godly, but people do like it. You have some married couples now live like puss and dog. You have some girls out there that does fornication. You have some women and men that commit. These things are the things of the world. So we know these things in the world. However, I guess, Sharon channel is here to, we enlighten each other that if you know anybody, you will also encourage them. This is not the way to live. Because you
Exactly.
never know that anytime anything can happen where somebody, the enemy make a loop. Because if the enemy see a loophole in our lives and he sees that we are weak and vulnerable, he will come at us, and we can't tell when the enemy is going to come. Because they always say that trouble don't set like rain. So we don't know when trouble is coming. However, these things that they are portraying in the skits are what happen in real life. Right? It does happen. Are they godly? Some of them, no. But they do happen, right? So, again, we just want to let everybody know, say, it happened. We have people who struggle with mental illness. We have Christian who struggle with mental illness. We have all of these things that goes on that is in the world. So, I don't want, for me, because I am a child of God, I must always speak. I'm not speaking that, okay, I'll speak of a condemnation. No. I must always give grace, even though it's a character and so forth. But if I've seen it happen where grace must be extended to even people that I know, so I don't want anybody to leave with the idea that we are forcing anything down anybody's throat. That's not what we are here for. We want to encourage everybody along. Your opinion, my opinion. We laugh. I have my bestie Tina and Nancy and all of you guys. I love you guys.
Exactly. And we
We love
appreciating your
you guys.
support.
We love you guys. We love you guys. This channel here is not to offend anyone.
Anybody.
That's not what we do. We laugh, we talk, we up with the. It's just an all around love family. I love you guys. So, just be encouraged, man. Enjoy the little skit. Enjoy. Oh, we are set
Exactly.
team dog 10, man. Enjoy it. Let us enjoy it. And who team Amber and who team divorce, we are going to enjoy it.
Exactly.
But I'm going to ride with y'all till the wheels fall off, right?
Exactly.
We going to be good. Love you guys.
Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you, Terry, and thank you to Annette. And Miss Fatal says if they are gonna do any pregnancy, another pregnancy story, let it be Amber. Otherwise, enough is enough on that. By the way, I saw Genesis in a movie, and that girl plays crazy as well. Okay, thank you for that, Miss Fatal. Oh, I just love Miss Fatal's smile. Just looking at her make me smile too. Thank you for that comment there. And Cheryl says Amber needs to go back to her husband and chill out, pray, and put everything in God's hand and pray for the rest. Exactly, Cheryl. And Lydia says, "What's up, chat family? The likes are low. Please hit the like button. You all, thanks. Thank you, Lydia, for that, and appreciate that. And let me come down here. Let me see if Kenny. I think I'm up very, very far. Let me just come down here because honestly, none of us here have no intention of we are all for marriage. We don't like anything, but if they're gonna put God in it, and Dolly says 49 likes, 49 watching. Yeah, thank you. We did it. Thank you, darling. Thank you, chat.
Sharon,
Thank you
hold
for
on
that.
a second. Somebody said I am contradicting myself. What is that? Carol said, Terry, and right now you are contradicting yourself because all of these things happen in everyday life, but you are saying something different. How am I saying something different when I just said all of these things happen in everyday life? You might not know you might not know anyone that does these behavior, but these are things that happen in I don't understand how did I contradict myself, because that's what I said. These things happen in everyday life. Some of us might encounter some and some of us don't encounter it, but these are the things that happen in everyday life. So explain to me, Carol, how do I contradict myself? I'm not understanding that.
All right, thank you for that. And Cheryl says here, Amber is going to find out Anthony and Denisha because Timir is going to tell Shayla and Shayla is going to tell Amber. I think so too. Yes, Anthony and you know what? Guys, I think Amber is gonna find out about Denisha also the same time Anthony finds out about Dave. I think that's exactly what's gonna happen. And Carla says the channel of Amber bashers, you all need to stop again. This is for entertainment purposes. We are not bashing Amber, Carla. We are just calling a spade a spade. What we see, we're not bashing her. What she doing is wrong. She get that girl fired. What did I say? What did I say that was wrong? Or any one of us on here? Did we all close our eyes and we pretend like say she did not get that girl fired? Melissa got fired, and now she's activated. Janet, Team Dalton, in Anthony does anything I don't like, I will drag him same way as she really messed up. Exactly, Errol. And Sabrina says, I love Amber, but I don't love this Amber. That's peace, places judgment on people, but don't look at herself for what she's doing. Exactly, Sabrina. You see, guys, one thing we're not gonna be, we're gonna be honest. I am not here bashing Amber the character. I am not. We are speaking on what we see. Amber is legally married to her husband. Dave is a single man. Dave can sleep with whoever he wanted. He's a single man. Amber is a married woman still. Yes, she's legally separated. So if she's legally separated, it should be no problem for her seeing Dave.
Sharon, there's a new skit.
And Anthony's legally separated. Anthony shouldn't have no problem for Amber to know that he have a woman because they're getting a divorce.
You hear me, Sharon? There's a new skit with Sheila.
What you said?
New skit with Sheila, with Tamira.
Okay. So we apologize if we are but right now I honestly I'm not doing anything wrong. I am calling a spade with what I'm seeing.
When you travel well, your
Amber
ticket can take you to
and
more
Dave
than
and
just
Melissa.
your destination.
Nobody understands
It can take you to new shared memories. When you travel.
I'm getting it for you guys.
Anyway, while you're getting the skit, I have to jump off. I will see you guys. Well, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I have my event in the park.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Come and see. We are just reviewing the skit and we are calling a spade and all that. So I've enjoyed the rest of your evening and we will speak on Sunday. More than likely. All right.
All right. I'll see you
Have a good one,
Sham.
Thank you. All right then. Bye.
Bye-bye. She's off to our party. It starts today and then tomorrow they're finishing it up. Yeah, so we're not bashing Amber, we're just calling a spade a spade. That's what we do here, and everybody's entitled.
That's what her mother told her.
That's from her mother. That's from what Angelina told her to keep Tamara away. That's from her devilish mother.
Problem gonna start between.
It's going to be. That's it. Bring it
problem
on, baby.
Problem is gonna start between those two.
Absolutely.
I think Tamara should move out immediately. All right.
But
so
Tamara,
let me just read comments before we jump off here. So Lydia says, I appreciate and enjoy this chat family that Sharon has created for all of us. Thank you, Lydia. And let me see what else is being said here. New skit, we get that's new skit. And Janet says, Kenyatta, I'm an Amber fan, but Anthony is a bad husband. He does too much, so he's very much sneak-eyed money was thus over Sheila cleaning, again, giving 5K, smelling the perfume, and like all of that, yes? And Dave is not going to marry Amber. He's just having fun. Eklund says, Sharman, I'm waiting for you to agree to the bet with me, LOL. I guess Charmaine didn't get to see that, Eklund, but I will remind her that you said that. Okay, so Janet here says, if Amber doesn't do what she's doing, how will Anthony get his karma? Susan, you want to answer that, Arterian?
Do what she's doing. How will Anthony get his karma? Oh, go ahead, Tyrion. Go ahead.
There's many ways Anthony can get a karma. A whole lot of ways. Amber doesn't have to do that for him to get his karma. It does have to, Amber doesn't have to behave out of character for Anthony to
Mhm.
get his karma. I don't know. He can get his karma many other ways. Remember now, when he could get his karma from losing his money. He could get his karma from not, Kai not being his. There's so many ways he could get his karma, Sabrina.
Yeah, and I think with his, if the karma for him, I don't necessarily agree it may be money, because he's always said I could make more money.
Exactly.
I can make
Right.
more money. But it's this the issue with Kai. I think that if
Would
it's
be
found that he's
a
not his
Debbie.
son, that will be the
Right.
ultimate karma for him.
That would be. I agree with you too, Suzette. The best karma for Anthony is to lose Kai as his son.
Mm-hmm.
That will break him to the bone. Yes. And Eklund says Sharon Tamira needs a place to stay. Shayla is about to put her on. Yes. She definitely is, because her mother, that little talk about what she just said is not sitting well. It just ring a bell into Shayla's ears. So I guess Tamira won't be telling her about Denisha after. Let's see, because we need Amber to know about Denisha, and Anthony needs to find out about Dave. As simple as that. So you remember I told you guys from the day of that podcast room that Tamira needs to move out of that out of Shayla's house. She can buy herself a condo. Great life, Sharon, Charmaine, Suzette, Terry, and Mods, and chat from. We enjoy the positive energy from everyone. Thank you very much, darling. But some people don't enjoy our positive thing that says we're bashing Amber. Thank you anyway. We appreciate that. Annette. And Sabrina said it wasn't me who asked the question of karma. Okay, thank you, darling. And Eklund says, yes, Sharon, you said that. What did I say, Eklund? We don't get to say how people get their karma. Janet says, and Eros says, Janet, Amber is going to the same thing Anthony is doing now. And again, Anthony did not make or say anyone loses their job. Yes. Right now, Dave, for a businessman, I'm really surprised of what. Okay, so Eklund says that Sarah needs to get out of Shayla's house. Thank you, Eklund. Yes, she does. She needs to move out of Shayla's house as soon as possible. Yes, I want her to stand on her 2 feet, just like Melissa losing the job by running her mouth, Janet says. And also, if she would lose her job because Amber told Dave she has to go, and he has to show Amber says, I got your back. So I am calling it, he's showing Amber that I got your back. So he got rid of Melissa without thinking about the ramification that could happen.
But she'll still not trust. She's gonna still doubt him, even if Melissa is gone, because he didn't tell her about it before. So she's still gonna have that little doubt in her mind.
Yeah. It is messing with her head, because you know why it's messing with her. Even she's not with Dave, or she meets somebody else that comes, they're bringing for Amber, or maybe Dave is for Amber, but she's not going to be trusting, because she never fully healed when she leave that door open for Anthony.
That's right.
And then Moneylaw says, I wonder if Amber restaurant will be affected by Melissa firing. I don't think so, because I think Dave is the one that does the marketing. She just brings the people them in, and he does the work. Moneylaw, thank you for that, Moneylaw. Lydia, and then Lydia says, Tamira needs to leave now. She may be evicted today. Okay, Lydia, I think so too. And then Janet says, Anthony almost made the Lake House lose it. Oh, yes, lose her job. Yes. Anthony was bad for that too. So they are showing us, actually, Janet, Amber and Anthony is 2 peas in a pod, and I will always say that. Anthony and Amber. Yes, because you hear what Janet says, Anthony almost made the Lake House lose her job. Yeah. And now Amber let Melissa lose her job. But maybe there will be a way to rectify it. And Eklund says, Sharon, I feel that he fired her because she broke his trust.
No.
That is one, but I think he fired her because Amber said, I will not stand for that. So you have to choose. So he's putting Amber, showing Amber. Anthony never put Amber first. So I think Dave is showing Amber, I'm choosing you. But that's a big mistake there because you don't do business like that. Exactly, Sharon. They are the same. Amber and Anthony are the same. They definitely are. And then the St. Michael says, Wolfman Dave is not interested in delusional Amber. He is interested in her accept divorce settlement. You know what? I don't remember if it was Sabrina or if it was Lydia or Eklund says, Sharon, at the beginning of that thing when Amber run over to let him know. Remember when she meet him in the car? And before he came out, he was on his cell phone outside and he was mentioning something about he was short last month. So I'm here wondering the reason why he's keeping Amber. So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of different aspects to Dave. So I'm dying to find out about Dave some more because I don't know what that conversation was about.
He ain't
That
had
he
no
was
money.
short.
He ain't had no money because he
So
came short.
somebody just mentioned it for us right here. St. Michael says Wolfman Dave is not interested in delusional Amber. He's interested in Amber's accept divorce settlement. So Dave Michael think that's it. And EP says, why Sheila acting like she never called Wayne handsome in front of the mirror when they were together? You're absolutely right there, EP. And right here, Sheila neither comma, Sheila getting no comments. And Faye says, Amber holding that double doubt will be forever. The writers just did this to slowly chip away at the obstacle in the vampire relationship, revealing Wayne is next. Okay, Anthony a lot worse than Amber. That is what Janet is saying. It was Antoinette Terrian who noticed the call. Okay, all right. Thank you, Ekin. I thought it was you guys. And Anthony and Amber are always demonstrating the same behavior. Exactly, Annette. That's what I noticed too. And Miss Fatal said, I don't think Dave is trying to get Amber money. I stand on that. Okay, thank you, Miss Fatal. I'm not sure yet. You know what, Miss Fatal? I would love to see a conversation between Alex and Dave about Amber again. Then I will make my last verdict in my prediction of what I am seeing. Yeah. But right now, I will just leave it at is it. But only thing I think Dave shouldn't have fired. Melissa should have just tell her, says, you can't be at the house when Amber is here. You know, put some strict boundaries into place instead of firing her. Yeah, because right now, Amber is leading with the fresh, Dave is leading with the fresh. They're both not thinking rationally of the magnitude of the volcano that they just erupt. They have not noticed that because I don't think Dave is aware that Melissa is a crazy nut. What do you guys have to say, Terry and Suzette?
No, they definitely don't. They really don't realize what they have activated. Because what brings it to mind too is when he was on the phone with Melissa, and you noticed that at almost like the end of the conversation, you really didn't hear Melissa. She was quiet. He was telling her what he was going to do, and he was gonna, he take, all of that stuff. So I think I think she probably at that point just shut down and said, okay, we'll see about that. So yeah, he's made a terrible, I still say as a businessman, I mean, he made a terrible decision. That was crazy. He shouldn't have done that. But that says a lot about him. And so I still say Melissa is the brains behind his business, and he will soon find out.
Yeah, I think so too, because she's the one that recruit them in, and then he's the person who does the things that he does in the marketing. She bring the investors in, and then whatever there. And then Janet says there, I love this channel, Sharon. I can speak how I feel as long as I don't disrespect anybody. Exactly. This chat here is for you guys. All of us is actually reviewing the skit. I am the reviewer. This channel is for me. This channel is for you guys also. So we agree and to disagree. We are funnier. Everybody have their own opinion. It's not me can be saying something and it's not right. You guys can be saying something and actually the writer can pick, you know what, whatever we say, whatever the writers does, I find, they will pick out what we're saying and add it into their stuff.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? So we're all helping the writers write the stories, guys, at the end of the day. And then Molly Law said something here. Amber was just at the podcast telling people don't put feelings before business, but turn around and make Dave do just that. Exactly,
Exactly,
Molly Law.
money law.
That's exactly
Money
what she
law.
did.
Me
Exactly.
and your
He's
friend
laughing.
now. Me and your friend money lad. This one me and your friend for. Because listen, you see, Dave know Melissa on the business side, but he doesn't know on the personal side. And Daniel and her mom and everybody else know her on the personal side. But he's about to find out that he activated something that was suppressed within
Yeah,
Melissa
that
that
she
she
keep
did
hidden
not
from him. I
show.
don't think he knows.
Right. He's no, I'm here for it though, baby. I'm here.
I'm here for the best.
Oh
Honestly, guys,
yes.
I am here to see how bad, how she gonna be activated. You know how long I've been telling you guys, I want to see the crazies coming out of Melissa, but I do not like the fact that it's gonna be at Amber's expense. Guys, we all call it. You guys and me and the girls them on the panel here, Charmaine, Terry and Suzette, Eklund, we all called it. We saw the play before it even happened today. We saw that they are going to crash Amber again.
Mhm.
And now they let this, you know, they show us this and everybody is jumping for joy. Yes, he was honest with Amber. But wait,
Maybe
we're
the
going
only
to have
thing we get-
more and then we'll be able to speak on it. I want Amber to be happy, but what? Amber is gonna take some more hits, guys, and I hope Anthony gets some hits too. Me not think say Amber alone forget the hit. Him need to crash too. Sharon, all the snow bunnies are crashing. Oh, but I don't know why they call them snow bunny. All the yes, they are crashing out for real. Yeah, they are. Melissa is about the Monthly last and Melissa is about to really show. Hold on, let me see if I can bring it up because my thing have commercial in it now. Do you guys notice that my stuff them have commercial while I'm on live also?
Mhm.
I just noticed that. Okay, so Moneyla says Melissa is about to really show her how crazy she is. Her joy was stripped from her. She will strip everyone else joy. Yes, Moneyla, well
Money you
said.
preaching now.
Yeah, man. He's on a roll.
Money law, you come from the side now. Good job.
And they said, Nancy said, Sheila need to crash out. And Kenyatta said, Nancy, so do I. And Eklund says, living flood. Oh, there is Sharon. Did you see? Yes, I did see it. Maybe I will try to do some premiere. Next time when we see it, I'll just do a premiere so you guys have it before I go live. Juanita says, wow, you sure do dislike on Amber. Who is she saying dislike Amber?
No, we don't dislike Amber.
No. We
No,
love Amber.
we
We just
love
don't
Amber.
like this version of
I
Amber.
don't like what's
Yes,
happening
this
to her.
part we just don't like. We love our girl.
Oh,
Our girl is
that's our
good.
girl.
That's
Yeah,
our girl. The reason why I start watching the show,
it's with
who was it said that? Juanita. Juanita, the reason why I started watching the show is because of Amber. I love Amber and I love Anthony,
Yes.
right? But I do not like what I'm seeing. Hurt people, hurt people. Amber is
Yes.
bitter, Anthony is bitter,
Yes.
right? So honestly, if they're going to, because if they didn't say God has a plan, I would be on the same bandwagon as majority of you guys says. Yes, you need to get that divorce. You need to get that divorce. But because they say God has a plan to trust the process, I am here wondering if they're going to break them down and then rebuild them back to make them become a strong power couple. That's all I'm hoping for them. But
Yeah.
if it is not God's will for them to be together, then if Dave is the one to make Amber happy, we're all happy for her, right? And if Denisha is the one to make Anthony happy, we're good for that too. But why would they fool us? We're just going off of God as a plan. So it don't make no sense to me for God to have a plan and
Right.
then doing for Amber to be cheating, and Anthony is not once in cheating the marriage, you know, guys. He treated twice in the marriage. Amber only treated once in the marriage. Anthony cheated twice, and maybe he's gonna have a second child outside of wedlock,
Oh,
and
don't say
then
that.
inside bring in the marriage. A
No,
second.
he's not. No,
No,
he's
don't
not.
say that, Sharon.
No, Sharon, he's not.
That
God
that
has a
wouldn't
plan.
get it. You know what? It's all about. Let's be real. It's about money. So the views, you know, no, they're not going to get the views. But I will say, I think with getting back to Melissa and Dave, I think Dave may begin to notice, and I don't know if it's going to be before the party or after or whatever. He's going to start losing clients. And I think it's going to be because Melissa's behind the scenes, letting people know, and he's going to wonder, well, why am I losing this client? Why am I not getting this client? I think that's the way she's going to do it.
Yeah, I think so too. Because she went out and got somebody for him today, and then him decided to think with his third leg and fire her. But I think that's the wrong move. He should have just said, when Amber in the place, don't come over. You know what I mean? When Amber is here,
or work
just
from
put
home.
boundaries
That's
in
all you had to
place.
say. I'll come to your house or whatever.
Exactly.
That's all you had to say.
And somebody else said, Lydia said, I love the Daltons too. Their marriage has to go through this to start anew. Definitely. Even maybe they are gonna make them really get the divorce, guys. Maybe they're actually gonna get the divorce, be apart for a while, and maybe by next year or later on down the year they get them back together. So maybe that is how God's plan gonna work. I don't know. We're not the writer, we're just debating. But only thing we can say is that we call a spade a spade. If we see Amber doing something wrong, we call it. If Anthony doing something, we call it. If what Libby did, guys, was wrong.
That was bad.
Went inside that house and she turned out every single pipe, unlocked the drain, and let it. That's a lot of money. That's lots of damage. That she no. Libby need to be put in some padded something. No. That girl she is diabolical. And I thought, you know what I mean? And Nancy says, why did she take the shower at Dave's house? Why did she take the shower at the Dave's house? Remember what I said, Nancy? It's because it is bothering her. When you hear she speak to Ernestine, she voiced how she was feeling. That's why she did what she did, and then she went home to shower because it is still bothering her. She's wondering, can I trust him? And by her finding out now that he, fired Melissa, she will trust him now until another shoe drop. So I think the writers are setting up us. Amber and Dave is loading right now. You understand? So we're gonna see more of them, I think.
Sharon, new skit
with Denisha.
And the Anthony asked Denisha if he could step in as a stepfather. Come on, no, Anthony.
Oh, well, I'm gonna jump. Well, I don't watch his skits, so I'm gonna jump off. I'm serious. I don't want.
Okay, I have you guys for 3 hours right now,
yeah,
guys.
I'm out of here.
I think this is we come to the end of our life.
Yes.
We come to the end of our life, guys. So any
I'm
last
sorry.
Any last word, Suzette?
Enjoy the ride, guys.
Have a wonderful
have a wonderful evening Friday. Happy Juneteenth.
Yes. Sorry, guys.
Happy Juneteenth, everybody. We love you. Happy birthday again to Clara, Errol's mom. Enjoy your birthday. I hope your daughter gets you something wonderful for your birthday. We love you guys.
Love you,
and
Tina.
We love the conversation.
Errol.
It was an heated conversation, but we love it.
Thank you, everyone.
Guys. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Annette, bye.
Bye, Annette.